Hey, 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 hoo hoo. Uno momento. My dinner just got here, and I hate streaming while I'm eating. So this timing couldn't be any worse. I mean, why did this race have to start at 7? Couldn't they start at 7:30? Instead, I got to sit here and juggle food for a little bit, simultaneously trying to enjoy said food. Oh boy. There we go. Turn my annoying voice down. Okay. Bojangles. Gotta want to need to get a habit. Remember when that was their catchphrase? Only the real OG Bojangles fans remember that. That's from the days we didn't have to worry about global pandemics. And worry about getting fucked out of PS5s, but that's another story. Names are made here. Well, shit. Knew that was going to happen. Ass. Surprised I don't do that more often. A little bit of food fell. My heart breaks because I don't eat a lot of it anymore. So the little bit I do get to eat every day, I'm like, oh, it's precious. The price of trying to get fit.
Here in the Xfinity Series, and we want to go down to pit road. We're going to start with Dylan Welch. And Dylan, you got a guy that you're going to talk about that is in a fight for second in the regular season point standings.
Yeah, that's right, Rick. And second place has been a thorn in the side for Ross Chastain this year. 4 runner-up finishes, no wins, but they do want another second-place finish tonight. That's second place in the regular season standings, which hands them 10 bonus points. They trail chase Briscoe by just 3 in that pursuit, and Dave, as fate would have it, starts second tonight.
Dylan, think of the races that Noah Gragson won this year to lock himself into the playoffs. Daytona, and then right here at Bristol on June 1st. Muscled his way to a win here late in that event. So what's left for him? Locked in. Well, crew chief Dave Ellens told me today, we want 7
We have fans in the stands for an Xfinity race.
At the race, Dylan.
And Dave, Austin Cindric, of course, has dominated the summer in the Xfinity Series. Now it's time to put their money where their mouth is. That's the mindset they've had all year. It's carried them to 5 wins and a regular season championship. So, Dave, it's as straightforward as checking all their boxes from here to Phoenix for the 22 team.
When Chase Briscoe talks about the regular season, he says, well, it kind of fell apart at the end. And he's talking the last 13 races where they really struggled for speed. They got a little bit of it back. He said at Dover and Darlington. But last week, Rick, Richmond was terrible. That's in the driver's own words. Hopefully they can turn it around tonight.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, that team decided they didn't even
Hey, Lori.
look at what happened at Richmond.
What the fuck is in my eye?
Go so well for them. Food City
Trying to eat my food. There's something in my eye.
Supermarket heroes for extraordinary service to their customers and community during this pandemic. 48 associates from the distribution center, corporate offices, and store locations surrounding Bristol Motor Speedway are serving as tonight's Grand Marshals. Food City President and CEO Steve Smith will lead his team in delivering tonight's starting command.
On behalf
How many Steve Smiths do you think there are in the world?
Food City Associates.
Drivers, start your engines.
Okay, when you're ready.
The sweet sound of horsepower amplified inside Bristol Motor Speedway. The green flag's coming up next.
It's Bristol, bitch. You know, I'm still lobbying to get that to be their track slogan. It's Bristol, baby is very passe. I was thinking, it's Bristol, bitch. You can just hear Rick Allen. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the It's Bristol Bitch 300. Hate I had to miss a truck race last night. It was pretty good from what I heard. I just saw that Sam Mayer won. 17 years old. Almost 10 years younger than me. I'm terrified. Oh, being this old was supposed to be cool, because you can do whatever you want. You can, but it's not enough. Anybody else ever still have these moments? You've been an adult for so long, but you still have these moments of, hey, I'm an adult. I can do whatever the fuck I want. You'll be like stressing over something. You'll be like, shit, I can do whatever I want. Fuck this. Hey, yeah, hey, Michael. Thank you once again.
Brought to you by Credit One Bank, the official credit card of NASCAR. Perfect for race fans. And by Toyota.
Why do they have to show a music video? Stop it. Okay, can I unmute my television now?
Allgaier swept the last two races. Those were at Richmond, and so he is going to be starting up front. Ross Chastain will join him on row one. We just don't know yet which lane they are going to choose. Allgaier has that decision in front of him. He said he was going to make it game time when he gets out onto the track.
I bet he picks the outside lane.
For the back, Ryan C. Brandon Brown, row 6. Yeah, good. Great going there, and the 07 had some really solid runs this year, a lot of different places. Mike Snyder starting back there. He's been chasing that bubble just a little bit too late. There's Jimmy Hill back there. He's had some great runs here, 7th here last year. From the back of the field.
There's only one driver in the field that is from Tennessee. Bristol, obviously.
Good thing I'm the only one in this room tonight. I just ate Cajun Pintos from Bojangles, so pray for me.
In row 14, and we're going to ride along with a few different drivers. Kyle, who are we going to ride along with first?
I have Ross Chastain and the Nutrien Ag Solutions. And
Ross Chastain, I'm going with the law of averages again. He's going to win.
Left front bumper of his car, just about watermelon level, so we're going to see a lot of...
Really, I believe Allgaier's going to win, but I wanted to take the chance to get more money.
You may not see the camera.
And yeah, Sam Mayer, like I said, 17 years old. I'm 26 now.
Justin Haley, the Indiana driver. He's got the lead filter cam. Check this view out he's going to give us, guys.
What the fuck am I doing with my life?
Bristol, helmet cam. Thank you, lead filter, for doing this for us. From Huntersville, North Carolina, by the way.
Let the Blake Cook and leaf filter.
Driver Harrison Burton will be carrying Toyota cam. His car tonight. Get to see him wheeling on that car with his reverse view. Roof cam on that car as well as the side panel.
And Steve Letarts, we know that you have found another location. Can you hear us? No, it gets awful loud there.
Well, I can hear you when the car is under pace speed. I think I have found a location. When we talk about the challenges of Bristol, you think it would only be on the racetrack, but one of the big challenges is on pit road as well. And it first starts with the driver. There are interesting rules here at Bristol. There's a front stretch and a back stretch pit road. So under green flag, you only have...
Oh, wow, I didn't know that. Well, I've been watching 25 years.
Just a back stretch, front stretch, just a front stretch. In today's race, I only imagine that would happen if you had a mechanical issue. But under yellow, you pit on the entrance of turn 2, and you have to go all the way around. And it is a very long pit road, basically an entire lap. That's very important if you try to repair your car. If you have damaged rig, you can run out of time quickly. The other issue is quickly the timing.
As if that damage repair clock's a stupid rule, but I don't know.
Simple, but it will jump out at you right away under yellow. Keep your spotter off the radio, and if you're a Gucci, be concise. If we're pitting, tell your driver right away. We have seen drivers lose races here by just missing the entrance while talking on the radio.
So this wouldn't be a good place for those code words that we've heard.
They got Letarte down there doing the bitch work today.
Look up, go get, wait a minute, what does that mean? Do I come? Do I wait?
I did that one time. soon as the caution come out, I'm like, oh man.
And oh yeah, the announcers are at the track.
Junior said that's great information, but I wanted you to pit with everyone else.
Gotta say, the NBC broadcasts have suffered from them not being at the track.
And a pace car picks you up, like Steve was talking about. It picks you up, and you're sitting there as the driver talking about the car, what it needs, and then you go past the pit road, and you're talking.
I think Mayer already signed with Junior Motorsports. I think that's like official.
See, I'm trying to figure out just how much grip that PJ1 might have. They added a little bit of that. If you watched the race here earlier this year, it was really, really dark down there. I don't think, just by looking at it, there is as much PJ1 on the racetrack as we had the first race this year, so it'd be interesting. That was the dominant.
Well, this was some good-ass food. I do not look forward to working it off later.
Guys will still run the bottom. And tonight, they may still run that bottom early, but they beat up the racetrack throughout the race.
So there's pit road right here. So as he drives,
That's gonna suck, like it always does.
3 and 4, you have to be careful. You have to. If you go too low in that corner, you can make it so short that you can get caught speeding. And they all know that, so they actually run more RPMs in the corner than they do on the, than they do on the straightaway. Let's so see if anybody gets caught speeding by trying to get as much as they can in this part of the racetrack under caution.
And that's what they were doing. They were going to pit road for.
I was up till 8:30 this morning.
Check that. And
Not fun.
let's check in. What about Brandon
Couldn't
Jones
sleep. I don't know
and that
why.
19 team?
Rick, some career numbers for Brandon this year, but it hasn't been.
Actually, part of the reason I started noodling on guitar and I was figuring shit out, so I stayed up till 8:30. But even when I laid down after that, couldn't sleep worth the shit.
At the end of races, and here in June, he was running third, sitting, waiting. It didn't happen for him.
To everybody out there who got to pre-order a PS5 and I didn't, fuck you. I know there will be more, but I'd like to claim one now. It'd be very nice.
Here's Justin Haley, the team car. Their goal is to.
But I'm sure I'll get one.
Regular season points. Just want to put a period on what's been a really, really strong regular season so far for the company as a whole. Justin, of course, with 2 wins, he's locked into the playoffs. So tonight they just want to build some momentum and get ready to go next week. But have a good, solid run tonight to cap off what's been a really solid regular season for the entire team already.
Before the green flag flies, let's hear a pep talk out of the 10 team, Ross Chastain's team.
This is the longest pace laps at Bristol I've ever seen.
All the race fans out here, we love you. You know what you've done all year? We put you in a hole, time to dig out, and then it's going to be time to step into the fight. Have fun, be smart, and we'll see you in a little while.
Ross, you better win. 300 laps.
So it was Justin Allgaier who had the decision. If he wanted to go inside or outside, he has made that decision. He will.
Might be changing it.
Well, yeah.
Of course he's going to pick the outside. That's no surprise. Whoa, he really suckered them. No, he was going to pick the outside. They always pick the outside.
That's right. And the outside line was a very popular choice in the first race this year.
No shit. That's why I knew he was going to pick it again, Junior.
Make the bottom work, not being the car in control of the restart. But that top line is where most of the guys that were controlling the start started all of the restarts for the race earlier this year. So I think it's a good call because
Ross Chastain and the law of averages for the win.
Going to be like, whether there be grip there or not, right off the bat, it usually takes a while to activate that PJ1 traction compound. So, and it's cool there.
PJ1 activated.
Says it's cooling off. He's going to put on a couple layers. All is here.
It's going to be interesting to see Chastain here, though, because I've never seen him be conservative on anything. And not knowing what the grip level is, it's going to be interesting on this first corner.
No practice, no qualifying. This is it. First time we've been into one. And green flag.
Oh, wow, that outside lane totally worked like it always does. I can't imagine why Allgaier picked it.
Allgaier throwing it in there.
Justin got a great launch. The 10 spun the tires pretty bad on the inside.
Yeah, it didn't hurt him that bad. He's in second.
The rest of the field seems to be just being very.
That was as calm as a start of a Bristol race I've ever seen.
Very careful to find out what kind of grips there.
When's that competition caution bullshit? You know it's coming. Probably like 30 or so. Yay, take the lead. Don't peak too early. This is not going to win me money. Leading on lap 3 is not going to get me money. And Chastain, not clear. Takes the lead. Wow. Yay. Ooh, Dexter being restart violation. That's a game changer. Ross Chastain leading.
And that's the worst part about the PJ1 is when you count.
Who is Gregson going to run over tonight? It's a short track. It's like guaranteed he's going to run somebody over.
line up on him and freight train him.
About to freight train your ass.
Back to the 11, looking 3 wide here. He's going to think better of it. Lift a little bit going into turn 1.
Man, back in the day, 3 wide at Bristol was unheard of. There are pluses and minuses to current Bristol.
Watching him go by, stuck on the outside right now in the fast.
But the past few years, it's been really good.
The spotter just told him to get this hole right here. Settle in.
Current Bristol's like a nice in-between of the old Bristol and that bullshit Bristol. Wow, bump and run on lap 7.
Now Haley's on the, he's going to battle to get to the inside. Harrison going to try to take that from him. Brandon
Briscoe moved Haley out of the way.
How about that? Early in the
That was for
race,
6th.
You think that you'd see that later in the event? Oh, contact there with the 20
Whoa.
again. Haley wins.
Good God, why is Justin Haley getting run over?
And now Haley falling
He's
back.
only pissed off Riley Herbst.
He'll lose a spot here to Brandon Brown in the 68.
How about Brandon Brown?
Yeah, Brandon Brown running up in the top 10, gaining positions. Boy, that's a lot of people in the stands. Battle for lead.
In for the lead as Allgaier now has dove down to the bottom of the racetrack.
Competition caution at lap 40. Okay. You bet Harrison Burton? Nice. Watch him win this week because I bet on him last week and he couldn't even get a top 10 in the first race. So, yeah, of course Harrison Burton will probably wind up winning. I like my pick right now, though. It's early. Only got 289 laps to go. Oh, man. Lap traffic in an Xfinity race at Bristol is 10 times worse than it is in Cup. It's not good.
But when you see everybody else lined up in that inside line, you just got to grab a seat on your ticket and get in line.
So after this week, juggling NASCAR and the NFL is going to get tough because all the races are going to be on Sundays.
That's shocking to me. Ran 8th in a truck race last night, so that experience may be playing off a little bit.
So I enjoyed last week, and I'm going to enjoy Sunday. God willing, the race doesn't get rained out tomorrow. I haven't checked the weather yet. I'll check after this race. I'm going to wait as late as I can. I don't know whether to work out after the race or after I play Friday the 13th tonight. Because we usually don't stop playing Friday the 13th till like 3:30 in the morning. I don't know. I keep toying with the idea of streaming Friday the 13th again, but I don't know.
So much patience is required right here.
Oh my God! See these lap cars, man. Chastain about lost it off of 4 just trying to not run over the 78.
Just a little bit of wheeling, you hear him working the throttle just a little bit through the center to make the car rotate. How he reads to go back to the gas.
Funny how he resets his right hand when he goes in the corner to kind of shove the steering wheel off to the left.
Shout out to Timmy Hill for getting in the way. I'm assuming that's Timmy Hill.
3 times this year he's been outside the
He's already getting lapped. There's no way that's Austin Hill.
finishes, but he's not won in 2020. Still looking for the first win of 2020.
Yeah, Haley's trying to get up the racetrack. It's going to be interesting to see how long it takes to get up there and make it work.
Man, long time with no commercial.
He started to make it work way up the racetrack.
They managed to go longer than 10 laps without a commercial.
In that truck race, very impressive. Again, a competition caution in or around lap 40 for the Xfinity Series. Justin Allgaier is going to continue to hunt down the 10 of
We're
Ross
21
Chastain.
laps
He's been
from the
aggressive to
competition
start this
caution.
one.
I like how this is going so far. Show me the money. Ross Chastain. Oh, man. Yeah, I didn't sleep good today, and that's going to come back to bite me later tonight. Not looking forward to it. Good news about weekends with night races. I can sleep really fucking late tomorrow. Actually, it'd be much better to sleep late tomorrow. So I'm not waiting around for a race to come on all day. Let me refresh this. See that glitchy shit to the right side of the screen? What is that? There we go. Now it's back to normal. Oh, look, PS5's still out of stock. Why do I have 4 tabs open on my phone? Oh, it's all PS5 shit because I was searching everywhere to try to find a rogue PS5 I could steal. Goodness. Looking forward to when the races are back on NBC. That'll be nice. Easier to follow. I hate this NBC app. I don't trust it. You see how it randomly signs me out and shit? Oh, we're back.
And against Cup Series playoff drivers to earn points. Just search NASCAR in your app store and download for free. Start playing today. That's how close 1 and 2 are. Ross Chastain in the 10 has the lead, and Justin Allgaier hasn't let him out of his sights. About 2 car lengths is the furthest that they have been separated throughout the start of this race. Dave.
Guys, wanted to update you on the 0-2 car of Brett Moffitt, who's had some great runs this season.
No, this is the last race of the regular season, I think.
Something go terribly wrong tonight, and he was
I think. This is definitely not a playoff race. I think this is the last race of the regular season, if I'm not mistaken. Fucking race is next week. I can't even remember what race is next week. Las Vegas. Yeah, Las Vegas is next week. Ew, Las Vegas is next week. That sucks. Well, it's a Sunday night race. So at least I can watch football all day and pay more attention to the Sunday night football game during the Vegas race, but still on the schedule at the same spot it was last year. We'll have to look at the schedule in the next commercial. I'll be sure to let you know. Because even I don't know. This Cup playoffs and Xfinity playoffs and all that shit started at different times. Like the Truck Series playoffs started last night. I didn't even watch the race. I was watching football.
Then you go back to Harrison Burton, Justin Haley, Brandon Jones, Michael Annette, and Brandon Brown.
Ross Chastain still leading. Woohoo! Allgaier's right on him now. Cedric not far behind. About 9 more laps till the, well, not 9 more laps, 5 or 6 more laps to the competition caution whenever they decide to throw it.
Adjustment to get it off the track bar, but how's the thing drive after that? You know what I mean? Because now you've made a change to keep from having the tires. But watching just Allgaier here, he seems to have found his rhythm.
They're lapping the 52 car for about the 3rd time in 30 laps. Oh, I thought Allgaier had to look for the lead there. Hang on, a few more laps, Ross.
Finally found a place where he wants to be. Let the car float off into the corner, rotate through the center, and just smoothly drive straight up off the corner.
And also they mentioned, no practice, right? Look at that 21 car. Anthony Alfredo, the RCR
Anthony
car.
Alfredo, last car in the lead lap for now.
A lot of laps here. No practice. And here
Now he's the next to the last car in the lead lap, but the leader's right on him.
Trying to put him a lap down.
93 of Mike Snyder is off the track right now as we're coming up on lap 40. And again, I mentioned competition caution there, but only 4 sets of tires, and they know they can go fuel-wise all the way to the end of stage.
I don't think anybody's going to pit at this competition caution. Once again, rendering it pointless. Come in and check tire wear. No, we're good. We'll keep this track position and save a set of tires. You can keep your stupid little caution. All right, anytime now. Looks like Alfredo is going to stay on the lead lap.
Haley right now in the 6th position. Up front, now. The 7 of Allgaier has caught up to the back bumper of Ross Chastain. These two, not a lot of love lost between the two of them.
And there's the yellow.
We've seen before where they've raced each other very...
Call the race now so I can win money.
Only 4 sets of tires. Do you see many people coming to pit road here on this competition caution?
All right, now let me look at the schedule and I'll tell you about this playoff bullshit because I don't even know for sure.
Stay out here, stop at the end of stage 1, the end of stage 2, and save a set. So we'll see.
NASCAR.com.
I don't think tires are that valuable. We saw them end up winning the truck race last night, but old tires, 50-lap old tires, ran well inside the top 5. I think they'd be better off to stay out, but we'll see what the leaders do.
Xfinity.
And right now, only 17 cars on the lead lap.
Scroll.
So,
Yes, Xfinity playoffs start next Saturday.
If you do come in as a lead lap car,
So this is the last race of the regular season today.
and decide to
Next
make
Saturday,
adjustments,
Xfinity
you usually
playoffs
fall
start.
back as far as 17, because you'll be able to-
And then we got Talladega and the Roval. That's going to be a great stretch of racing. Half the field's already allowed. Welcome to the Xfinity Series.
For being the highest scorer
Welcome to
lap
modern
car.
Xfinity Series
So
racing,
that will actually put 18 cars on
where the separation between the top 10 and everybody else is so fucking enormous.
It's starting to stick.
Yeah, it's got really, like you said, just really black right there. It looks like just the rubber's just laid down completely into it.
Still don't know if I get to go to Charlotte in a couple weeks.
A lot of movement with these leaders. It looks like Chastain's crew is ready. We'll see if they call him in. I'd be shocked.
I'll find out soon enough. I got to message Dylan,
They
see if
get
he's
all
coming to
lined
hang
up
out.
behind the pace car.
Steve, just go down there and ask them. They'll tell you
Yeah.
the truth.
Yeah, I always loved it when they climbed on top of the pit box, tapped me on the shoulder, right when I was in the middle of making a decision.
Well, we saw the 39 of Ryan C. He's
Oh, look, everybody stayed out. It's as if we didn't need a competition caution. Well, like I said, race going well for me so far. Brandon Brown still in the top 10 and on the lead lap. Well, I guess if anything, NASCAR's like, we got to throw competition caution, because if we don't, by the end of stage 1, there's going to be about 10 cars on the lead lap. Oh well. I don't care if Ross Chastain leads every lap. Sunday Night Football, Patriots, Seahawks. Give me the Seahawks. Hold up.
cars came to pit road, one of those being Ryan Sieg. He was too fast, so he actually will go to the back of the field to start this one. And Steve, you're going to be busy on Tuesday. What are you up to?
Man, I can't wait, Rick. Tuesday night at 9 o'clock, myself and Parker Klickerman are going to be covering the
Hey, Jeff.
Coca-Cola Series. These guys are rounding out their regular season only 2 more weeks before they set their playoff field. They're going to be headed to Las Vegas Motor Speedway. You can check out everything at
Oh, look, it's that iRacing thing nobody's cared about since May.
Unbelievable what these drivers do. I'm an iRacer myself, and I don't make it look anywhere near this easy. Dale Jr., you've tried it. Explain to everybody.
Dale Jr.'s pretty accomplished iRacer.
The best 40 on the service of hundreds of thousands of people. So they make it look real and they make it look fun. We got a couple guys that race in that series for Junior Motorsports. Coming to a restart here. Justin Allgaier is going to be in the outside line again.
So Chastain actually chose the inside line.
Man, I'm annoyed. I want to pre-order my PS5, but they're sold out everywhere. Green flag, restart.
That's interesting because that inside
39 to go in stage 1. Chastain picked the inside line for some reason. And I would be willing to bet that Allgaier's going to take the lead here. And he does. He's not clear yet, but off of 4, he's going to pull away. Allgaier to the lead. So, yeah, pick the outside line. Ooh, he gets loose in the center, and Chastain drives under him. Now, the inside line prevailed early in the race, but now that there's a little rubber down and some heat in the track, I'm wondering. And Allgaier takes it back. He's clear. So Allgaier's in the lead. Chastain second. Dipshit third. Little bumper to Allgaier down the back. Drives in hard. Really hard. Makes a stick, though. But Allgaier carries a good run off the corner. What a battle. Chastain, you should have picked the outside line. What did I say?
Coming up on both these guys.
What, Jeff?
Trying to follow the 10 through.
I didn't see your question, Jeff.
Because he's got a lot of guys behind him as well. Chase Briscoe. All of them lined up.
Oh! And Gregson puts the bumper to Chastain, who was putting the bumper to Allgaier.
All those guys back there checking up.
35 to go in stage 1. Make that 34 now.
Control entering the corner and not have to force himself to get in the corner and slide up in the middle. Justin just needed about that type of car length to be comfortable enough to put a little distance and start to drive away.
Jeff, I didn't see your question. I don't see any comments. I see 2 comments from you.
Briscoe's moved up to 3rd. Cedric back up to 4th now.
Type it again.
When that guy's right on your bumper, you're going to slide up the racetrack. You can't. You look in the mirror and you see up the windshield. You can overdrive it.
Does the gauge bother anybody other than me? That's red.
That's just a warning.
Okay.
That is a distraction. Why is that red?
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at. I'm thinking, why is that a different color?
Take that red gauge, throw it out of here. Those gauges are just a suggestion. They don't mean anything. It's
I was
just
going to say, you
a
looked at them?
It's a distraction.
Exactly right.
Don't make them turn red. Listen,
30 to go in stage 1.
This is old school Bristol Race.
3 cars under a blanket for the lead.
We'll follow along this lead filter cam. Justin Haley.
Allgaier, Chastain, and Briscoe.
Watch what he does. He aims for that bottom, even the left front tire right on the bottom of the racetrack. That's the goal right now. That's where all the grip is. Not 2 inches off the bottom, not 2 feet off the bottom, but the left side tire is right at that apron.
You could probably run that 22 down if that gauge wasn't red.
And this view is so perfect to explain to the fans, and we've heard it so many times from drivers. You guys get a little disoriented as to what end of the track you're on. Because I'm telling you, when we're riding along right now with Justin Haley, I don't know if I'm in turn 1 or if I'm in turn 3.
Well, I never had that.
Well, you can tell you're coming out of tubes. There's no start-finish line down the backstretch, asswap.
And every one of them told me that. They're like, man, I was lost after a lap. I didn't know which corner we were in. Let's listen to the letter car.
Boy, we've been on this fucking visor cam for about 8 laps now. I'd like to see more of the track, more of the action. Please. That Diet Mountain Dew sure is tasty, I tell you what.
You know what, and we talk about rotor glow a lot, and I hear you guys talk about it. A lot of times it's just from driving.
I've been playing Tony Hanks Pro Skater, I tell you what. Propane.
To set the car. It's not good or bad, I can't say anything. It's not
I just call the races Hank Hill. Well, Justin Allgaier's in the lead right now.
Another tool that a driver uses to steer the car and to put the car in.
Ross Chastain is in second.
It's not a track where you'd hope to be using a lot of brake, to be honest with you.
He's getting pressure for second because Briscoe looks like he's going to run over somebody. Allgaier's driven away by about half a second. That's about as big of a lead we've seen the whole race so far. Ooh, NASCAR. This has come out today. Are you ready for this bombshell, ladies and gentlemen? NASCAR is discussing with Bristol the possibility of a dirt race in the future. And we have a caution. But they're discussing... Ooh, big wreck. Tommy Joe Martins.
Front straightaway. Tommy Joe Martin.
That's a huge hit right here. I'm standing on the exit of turn 4. It shook the entire place.
It looked like it was kind of after the caution had come out.
And the caution is out. They are discussing a dirt race at Bristol for NASCAR.
Yeah.
I would suggest you make the spring weekend race a dirt race. Leave the night race as it is, but the spring weekend race needs a fucking boost because nobody goes to it anymore. So just make it a dirt race.
That was the big contact. He went out of sight down in
That would be what I would do.
There you go. Excuse me.
That'd be a good
Tom
time.
Miller, you see the damage to the right front of that one. Things happen fast here. We mentioned 16.5-second laps.
What happened here? Oh,
Contact is
teammates.
made.
Teammates, right?
Teammates. Wow.
Good God, he just put the 6 in the wall and
Right there.
hard lick,
Bristol.
as Andy Petrie would say.
All this
Yeah,
after
44.
the red
Tommy
flag.
Joe Martin's got
Bristol,
spun
FCC
behind the
every
wreck.
time.
Yeah.
What a mess.
Oh, just shoots him up the hill, then trying to
Yeah,
get
JD
it.
Motorsports.
Oh, look at that.
Good God, the
Right
leaders
there.
were just behind him.
Where they clap together is tough. Yeah.
That hurts.
And you see Tommy Joe. Tommy Joe comes off, sees it, and then he comes around right here. Sees it, jumps on the brakes, and the thing comes around on him.
Jeffrey gets in the back of the 6-car here.
God, Jeffrey Earnhardt is a fucking weapon, dude.
44 trying to get slowed down, spins around, makes
Is Jeffrey Earnhardt like fucking clueless or something?
In a funny way, Bristol's always like Talladega.
I'm not used to shit talking an Earnhardt, but come on.
Comes along after it.
Yeah.
Unfortunate.
Actually, if I was a fan, if I was alive in the 80s, I probably wouldn't have liked
A
Earnhardt.
couple of the cars that were involved in this as well. So
Good guy, I just see
drives for one team.
Jeffrey Earnhardt making
Vinny
stupid
Motorsports
moves every
owns
week.
This one,
This car.
Vinny Miller's car. So we have got
Red flag.
the caution. You saw Carson Martin right there.
Very unfortunate.
Run into each other and then calamity afterwards.
Enjoy your red flag. Don't really need one in the first stage. It's going to make the race take longer.
But they made a caution for no reason.
Well, no, they needed a caution, but I don't think they needed to red flag it.
Like a few races ago, they didn't host a caution when they should have.
So, Michael, what's the payout for Chastain again? Jeff, I can't see your question. I legit can't see your question, Jeff. The only comments I see from you, Jeff, are you ignored my question, ignored, I typed it again. I literally can't see what you were asking. You ready for some stream inception? Watch this. Maybe if I go to my YouTube page on my computer, I'll be able to see the shit. This is Inception. Blah, no, 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 blah. Okay, mute.
Why did you do that?
Look, Jeff, I can't see your question. Okay, so I get $9 if fucking Chastain wins. That's better than nothing. Hey, that's a month of PlayStation Plus in the future. Next year.
Sunday night football.
Football!
See Cam Newton and the Patriots.
The best time of year.
And the Seahawks coverage beginning at 7 p.m. Eastern with Football Night in America.
Okay, that was a short red flag. We're back under yellow.
Short red flag. And obviously an incident taking place. And Steve, you had a front row seat.
I had a front row seat. Those Patriots, hopefully I'll have another front row seat for 2-0 this week.
Patriots are not going 2-0. They're better than people realize, but I think Seattle's a better team. It's going to take a hellacious coaching job from Belichick to make that happen. And I never doubt that man.
And then Miller with nowhere to go. And I'm going to tell you, I heard the first hit into the wall, and then I heard that second hit with Miller. You talked about that contact door to door. This one is hard, and then this one right here sounded the same in person.
But I'm very excited to see that game. I didn't get to watch New England play Miami last week. Just saw the highlights and everything. I really enjoyed watching Joe Burrow last night and Baker Mayfield. I like both of those guys.
So you see the 44 going to make his way back onto pit road after being a part of that one. Tommy Joe Martin brings it to the attention of his crew.
1, 2, 3.
Copyright claim out the ass. My baby don't mess around. Those dudes are from Atlanta. Hey, I actually streamed a game this week. The other night I streamed Tony Hawk. And now I got to stream Pro Skater 2 sometime soon. I got to stream that, and I got to stream more Pokemon because Leaf Green is still sitting there unfinished, and I've got to get on that.
Battle the Elite Four tape and go catch Mewtwo.
Got to battle the Elite Four, go catch Mewtwo, do the Sevi Island storylines, and then battle the Elite Four again, and then it's game over. I don't know if I'll get to all that, but I will at least beat the Elite Four and all that bullshit. Not that anybody cares. Literally nobody can see Jeff's comment. Or maybe Jeff's just trolling.
Yeah, maybe he is.
Hey, did you hear about all the people that got coronavirus that went to the Chiefs game last week? Woo!
Uh-oh.
A little too early to be letting fans in, I'm just saying. Although I gotta say the game last night was enjoyable because there was about 6,000 people there. It was a little more enjoyable. It's like, hey, people watching football like we used to. Sure, it looked like an XFL game, but I mean that's about standard Cleveland Browns, Cincinnati Bengals attendance anyway.
118 laps to go in stage 1 of the Food City 300.
I have about 3 canker sores in my mouth right now, and it hurts. And they're not going away.
The first time was under the competition caution. They didn't change tires then, but they made big adjustments on the race car. This time,
I don't know what causes canker sores or where they come from. They happen randomly. Feels like it's been a few years, but this one in the front of my mouth really hurts. Couldn't even enjoy my food much earlier. And I can't sleep worth a shit because when I wake up, I'm like, ow! That's when it hurts the worst.
I don't know if you said quarter, so I'm a little struggling to know what clear is tonight for some reason.
Yeah, if you don't hear me say good or clear, you can't do it. It's too early in the race. I won't take that chance.
Allgaier outside, Chastain inside, Briscoe inside, Cindric inside. Haley's going to move up to the second row on the outside.
You know, one thing I found interesting about that, I didn't like my spotter to change the way he spotted based on what time of the race it was. That was my job.
Can I spend 2 minutes about how you guys got lucky because you gave up like 500 yards of offense, but a guy fumbled a fake punt? Also, I knew our corners were going to be bad because we're playing with a rookie corner and about 3 scrubs otherwise. So Atlanta's still solid, but cornerback is definitely a problem. But if that dude doesn't fumble the 4th down fake punt, then it would probably be a different game.
He has chosen that inside line. He is the lead controller.
So congratulations, you carved up a rookie corner and 3 backups.
Yeah, I was getting ready to say that. We don't know whether it's the same
I like
they
the
drop the green flag.
I like the outside. And I like the outside too. Well, I like the outside.
Anybody who gives up 500 yards of offense shouldn't feel that good. Wow, Haley's through to second. What a restart for that outside line.
Seems so much better.
One of the problems with the inside is if things get bottled up, there's nowhere to go. The outside tends to get stretched out a little bit. You're actually hoping the guys on the bottom get together a little bit.
And damn it, Chastain, this will not do. This is not going to win my money. Oh, man, my mouth. My fucking, the inside of my lip with that fucking canker sore. Ow.
Gained a few spots doing it.
It's clear now. It's a little tire smoke early. Finished itself.
Allgaier taking advantage of that outside line, and Haley followed him along, and so Haley now has moved up to the 2nd spot.
It's as if you should definitely pick the outside line tonight.
Remember how well he ran at Richmond as well. As that team started to get hot. Right before the playoffs.
Justin Haley. Well, Gregson just doored the shit out of Tommy Joe Martins as they were lapping him.
A little bit of a run-down car now after he was involved in that last incident.
I hope that cut Gregson's tire. I don't think it did, but
Surprised that didn't create some issues. He's hanging in there right now.
hope that right rear just blows as he goes in the corner. He backs that shit into the wall really hard.
If you watch it, Tommy Joe's up.
Yeah, you look like Gregson got loose. Just lost the back of his car. Yeah, right there. Just lost control of his car.
trying to get back into his rhythm following Brandon Jones at the 19.
And listen, I've run a lot of races here, just like Jeff and Dale have. When you have trouble and you're a left car, there's no place to hide. There is no place to get out of the way when the fast cars come.
So Allgaier's out front. Haley, Chastain.
9 to go, stage 1.
Dylan.
Guys, wanted to talk quickly about Brandon.
I am in pain.
Runs just outside the top 10. You see him there in the 68
Ow.
car. He's in a position here. If everything goes according to plan, to lock himself into the playoffs for the first time. Kind of an interesting story with him. Started in go-karts in his home state of Virginia, then started racing late models before moving into the NASCAR national ranks. He just
Brandon Brown was some of that Joey Logano mirror driving on Anthony Alfredo there. He's going to get the bumper here if he doesn't move. Alfredo's really doing better now. Remember, he was about to get lapped earlier. They're not going to contend for a championship. They don't have the money. I like his NASCAR Heat 5 Create-A paint scheme, though. That's kind of nice. The colors are ugly. Look at Brandon Brown's car. It's literally just a NASCAR Heat 5 custom scheme. Speaking of which, still haven't played Heat 5 in like 3 weeks.
Before he got here, now he honed his craft, to get to this point and be competitive.
He told us this week that the apartment that he lives in, they closed the gym, so he's not able to do that. He said, but I need to get out and run and get my heart rate up to what it's going to be like during a race. I want it to be at that level because I know I've got to make decisions.
3 to go, stage 1.
Here's a heart rate change right here.
God damn it, Ross. Ross is doing the same thing he does every week. Starts off the race really strong and then just fades and runs about 8th place all night and ends up with a top 5 at the end.
That's where you learn that this is a team sport.
He's doing the same shit again.
Chastain falling back a few spots into 5th. 9 car of Gragson. The back bumper. The 19 car of Brandon Jones.
How aggressive does he get? As we're coming up on the last couple laps of stage 1.
He's been hammering on it. Jones going to let him go. Let's see.
If Atlanta's offensive line holds up this week, you might see 50 points on the board when they play Dallas. Dallas has a hellacious pass rush, but if the offensive line for Atlanta can protect well enough, you might see 50 points. Atlanta's going to win like 51-30. If they can protect and stay balanced.
Allgaier, after winning both races at Richmond, comes out and wins.
Yeah, Ross Chastain, this will not do.
Chastain Briscoe fighting for second in points for the regular season.
Hey, I know the secret to beating Seattle. Let them drive all the way down the field and get to the 1-yard line. Let them. And just wait for them to fuck up. Oh, man, that fucking sore in my mouth is really bad right now.
Why are you talking about Wacko?
It's called a canker sore. I don't even know what caused them. Let me Google that right now. I need to know where the fuck these things come from.
What causes a canker?
I've heard in the past it's like stress related. I'm not stressed. They can be stress related.
Have you heard about hives?
Yep.
It's usually caused by stress.
What causes canker sores? Small, shallow ulcers that develop on the soft tissue inside the mouth. Yeah, that fucking hurts. I know this. It fucking hurts. Small, shallow ulcers, blah, blah, blah. Overzealous brushing. Well, I do brush my teeth pretty hard. Trying to keep my teeth clean. I don't want to be like everybody else in this county.
Not brushing their teeth.
Oh yeah, Todd Gurley looked good. It's hard to stay committed to running the ball when you wind up in a shootout. So I think the Todd Gurley thing's going to work out. I think the Rams need to fire their GM, but then again, they kind of had no choice. They had to free up cap space because Gurley was going to be a lot of money. Food sensitivities. So far, neither of these answers about these stupid sores.
Ain't helping.
They're not helping. And I don't like that I'm having to click next, 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 and read 3 ads to get to the next page. You know what? I'm going to a different fucking website. Ooh, we're back.
Perfect for race fans. Pit road open, and here comes the lead lap car. And it will be led by Justin Allgaier. Dylan?
Austin Cindric will be the very first stall here on the back straightaway as he hits his marks, reporting that he's just overall a little bit too free. Just
stress, it says.
Grip, so they're going to go around and make a
that makes sense.
Tire change as well, just an air pressure adjustment on the 22 car. At the head end of the backstretch pit road, it's the Colleague Racing
hot spicy
car,
foods.
Justin
What have I
Haley,
eaten this week?
He's free entry, really tight in the center right now, though. 4 tires and fuel for him as well. Ross Chastain just needs help with front turn in the center of the corner to the front stretch, and Dave Burns.
Noah Gragson gave up 6th place to pit in that number 9 car.
Says they can happen during pregnancy. Well, I hope I'm not pregnant.
His car was a little bit loose landing. The 98 car chased Briscoe in the middle. Still just a bit free, but he found something himself on the track to run faster. As for Justin Allgaier, the stage winner, he needed more rear security entering the corner to get a chassis adjustment. 4 fresh Goodyear tires. They're all full of Sunoco fuel and heading off pit road, Rick.
Yeah, he wins the race off the pit road. Cindric, though, grabs a couple spots.
Allgaier, Cindric, Briscoe. Damn, Williams. He must have missed his pit stall or something. Or they just don't have tires. They couldn't afford to buy tires. Oh, man. Yeah, whatever this fucking cause this canker sore is, it fucking sucks. Because there's like 3 of them in there. One of them's really bad. The other 2 ain't that bad. I can feel them. But this one towards the front of my mouth is bad. And it's pissing me off.
Are the rest of them in your throat?
Further back. Like near my tongue, I think. That's where I feel them. They don't really hurt that bad. I think it's because the front one hurts so bad I can't even think about the pain that the other 2 might be causing. But I know there's like 3. Really wish that shit would go away.
It is very annoying.
Oh boy, I saw that concerts and shit in 2021 are already starting to get canceled. Fun! Fun. I love not being able to go anywhere. Not go have any fun. I mean, it saves me money, I guess, but I want to live. Just as long as I can go on my cruise next October.
You just want to go on your Kiss and Metallica cruise, did you?
It's not a Metallica cruise. They don't have a cruise. They should. Although theirs would be really expensive, and I probably wouldn't be able to go to that one. We have till next October to get the world right so I can, like, live my life. Honestly, I'm to the point where, like, the only reason I stay home is because my grandparents are my grandparents. I don't want to get either of them sick. They're old. I don't want to get old people sick, so I stay home generally, but I don't give a fuck. Like, if it was just me, I would still wear the mask, but I would have been going out a lot more because I'm fucking bored. I would be in that crowd at Bristol tomorrow. You know, if it turns out I can't go to Charlotte, I guess I'll regret not going to Bristol. Because I said all year, oh, I'll go to Bristol and Charlotte. Well, now I'm just like, I'll go to Charlotte. But if I don't get to go to Charlotte, I'm going to regret missing out on tomorrow. So.
All of these guys are calling the pit exit from down on pit lane. Very poor view. It'll be interesting to see as traffic gets stacked up on pit road and that affects somebody later in the night.
What that does is that just puts more pressure on the spotter. You know, normally the crew chief's going to have to clear a guy, but if you're down there trying to catch tires, there's no way you can be watching what's coming down pit road to gauge whether or not to send your guy out or not.
Allgaier, Sieg, Cindric, Briscoe. Followed by Josh Williams and Noah Gragson.
And Sieg had come on lap 66. That's why he was able to stay out under this caution.
Those tires steer pretty good. I think it's a great choice by those guys. Just cycle forward and get all his track position back they lost hitting early.
And I had mentioned the fact that Williams came off of pit road very well. He had changed tires before on the previous caution. Sieg.
That was a hell of a start by Sieg.
Jumps out in front of the 7. Now here comes Allgaier battling back on the outside.
Bailey jumping to the bottom. trying to make it 3 wide. Gonna make it work. That's gonna open that.
Josh Williams, the speed bump right now back there.
92 of Josh Williams stuck in the middle right now. Nowhere to go. They're going on either side of him. Riley Herbst in the 18 just went on the high side. Here comes Chase Briscoe. Right on the back bumper of the 22 of Cindric.
See, he got his hands full right there. Really loose.
Chastain is stuck on the outside line behind slow-ass Ryan Sieg and losing spots.
39 car leading that outside lane.
Well, I'm glad I wasted another bit trying to get more money. Should have taken a safer bit.
Chastain trying to muscle his way to the bottom.
Trying to go through the middle if he can.
This is killing Chastain.
Losing more and more positions.
Yep. He just lost 2 more spots that lap.
He's in this position because he had a 21-second pit stop. And he lost all
Oh, yeah, and they were slow on pit road, too. That's nice.
Got hung on the outside. You know he's just chewing on that steering wheel, trying to get around those guys.
Harrison Burton to the inside of him now. Ross Chastain has fallen all the way back to the 8th position. This will be 9th now.
Now he's just got to go back to work. So frustrating.
Front, Allgaier and Cindric.
Allgaier continuing to lead. 50 laps led already. And now
They're getting Brett Moffitt for a restart violation.
Second. Briscoe third. Gregson and Justin Haley. Take a look at the 11 here. Got into the back of the 92. That was early on, and then Williams started falling back. Ryan Sieg got into the back of Briscoe.
Briscoe contact with the wall. Yeah. Right rear. 22 car.
Cindric looks a lot faster than Allgaier right
A
now.
lot of speed here. Penske cars really got short run speed, whether it's the Xfinity car or the Cup car, and at the short tracks. He's running down Justin Allgaier.
The Xfinity Series is dominated by Chevrolet, but there are 2 Fords that aren't teammates but almost consider themselves teammates.
Brad Keselowski's going to steal Harvick's championship, isn't he?
We talked to Chase earlier. He said,
We'll see.
He isn't a teammate, but as far as the Blue Opals go, we kind of look out for each other.
Justin Haley slow on the back.
Like he has a problem.
He must have a flat or something.
After the 92, 2 back into the bottom. One more, get it.
It might be that gauge on the bottom that we saw earlier.
Looks like he's
The tires look up.
tire flat. Hard to see.
He was fifth, Dylan.
Made it to pit road.
They believe it's a right front flat, so they're obviously.
Okay, yeah, that right front looks soft. It's not down yet, but it looks soft.
The right front is low, so they'll bring him down here and at least change right side to get that repaired.
Tough break for Haley. Hey, Janet.
Imagine they were trying to just change 2 here and get out as quick as they can. They're going to lose a lot of laps here, particularly lose a couple laps for sure.
Basically, Janet, Sony was like, hey, we'll give you plenty of warning when the PS5 goes up for sale. But Walmart put theirs up early, so everybody else followed suit, and it happened literally overnight. It happened at like 12 at midnight, and I was not awake and had no idea. Wake up the next day, all the PS5s are gone. And then I see people bragging online that they bought like 6 of them. And I see dudes on eBay trying to sell them for like $1,600. And I haven't got one. And then last night I got an email from Walmart. Oh, they're back. You can get online right now and get one. And as soon as I get there, it won't fucking load. And by the time it loads, they were sold out again. So the hunt for the PS5 is on, ladies and gentlemen. Because I'm sure most of you didn't get one if you wanted one. Nothing pissed me off more than seeing streamers go, oh man, thank God I was able to get all 5 of my PlayStation 5s. It's like, wow, really? You need 5? It's like, gee, Sony, thanks. I don't know who I should be more mad at, Sony or Walmart, because Walmart kind of started that shit. They were gone overnight.
Now it's 9 quarters, give me 11-point difference between those 2.
And the eBayers bought bunches of them. That's the problem. More people could have got them, but the eBayers want to buy them all up and hoard them and then sell them for like double the price. And some jack-off will actually buy it. There's going to be more PS5s, but I would like to reserve it and get day 1 because Spider-Man Miles Morales comes out November 12th, same day as the PS5. Now, Spider-Man Miles Morales is PS4 version as well, but I'm not playing that. I'm getting PS5, bitch. So I've been dealing with that the last 24 hours. I've got a PS5 saved in my cart at Walmart.com. So as soon as they send me the little email, hey, they're back, I can just get on there and be like, click. But even then, I won't be fast enough because last night they sold out in like 30 fucking seconds. Walmart's second batch sold out faster than the first. The only place I've seen where people can get them consistently is some kind of European website. And I'm like, I can't buy a PS5 from fucking Europe, so I'm screwed. It's in the UK. There was a website that seemed to have no problem with people getting theirs. There were people who would confirm their PS5 order and then get an email an hour later from Walmart or Amazon or whatever saying, oh, it's canceled. They're sold out. It's like, well, what the fuck? My favorite was the people who were putting in their information, like their card info, and as soon as they click buy, oh, they're gone. I've got my info saved on Walmart's website, so I should be able to just click once or twice and get it. And I'm on like 3 different emailing lists from GameStop, Amazon, and Walmart. I would much rather get from GameStop or Walmart because Amazon's already said they might have trouble sending theirs out on time when they come out. So I'd rather get one from Walmart. Game Haven here in town, about a month ago, I asked them, hey, do you think you'll have any PS5s? And he was like, we're going to get fucked on that. And I was like, oh, yeah? And he said, yeah, we're getting fucked on that. We'll never have PS5s. They won't give them to us.
These guys are in some thick traffic. Briscoe given the 9
So Game Haven won't have any here in town.
Hard on him. He's at bumper a little bit, but he's going to allow him to work through this lap traffic.
By the way, Noah Gregson is 4.5 seconds off the lead, and he's got about 8 cars lined up behind him in third. He is definitely slower than all these guys. Chastain's picked up a couple of the spots he lost.
With Anthony Alfredo, who we saw struggling earlier, now he's starting to figure the racetrack out.
Yeah, the one car jumped to the outside of 98. They got bobbled up on the inside.
Yes.
Bad decision.
Oh, Michael Annette in the wall. Hard.
Slam on the wall and the caution comes out.
Joe Graff Jr.'s around. I only caught a glimpse of what happened. I saw some cars stack up, and I saw Michael Annette go straight to the outside wall.
We talked to Michael Annette earlier this week. You mentioned, being the youngest of 7 kids.
I don't think the PS5 caused a canker sore. That's been going on for 3 or 4 fucking days now. That PS5 disaster just happened last night.
Like Justin Allgaier got on. He said, I know I can do it. And you hear the frustration. His dad said, just keep at it.
So what the fuck happened here? There was a lot of lap traffic involved in this deal.
Jumped to the outside of the 98. 2 laps before that.
Timmy Hill is the free pass.
Bad moves. He got trained by a lot of guys on the inside.
So 3 wide, Brandon Jones. Brandon Jones basically wrecked Joe Graff into Michael Annette, and yeah, that's what happened. Brandon Jones ran over the 08, and it took out Michael Annette. And the 08 of Joe Graff just spun around. Brandon Jones caused that. What a surprise.
That's a tough situation to be in.
Brandon Jones is the worst driver in Xfinity Series history to win multiple races.
Probably 2 or 3 tenths slower than what the leaders are right now, knowing they're being held up.
Brandon Jones is just as bad as Riley Herbst.
And get back clear so they can make some time, because it's a 16-second lap. It's a 16.5-second lap. 2 or 3 tenths a lap. Next thing you know.
Yo, Spider-Man Miles Morales on a PS5 looks dope, though. I watched that gameplay footage the other day. I plan on getting the digital version of the PS5 because I don't need disc. I'm going to get the digital version.
Suspension damage he has. They're looking underneath the right front.
And it is backwards compatible, apparently. And that's good if you have the disc. But the good thing is, about a year ago, I stopped buying discs for PlayStation. I buy pretty much all digital now. And they said every game you bought digitally on your PS4, you'll be able to get a free upgrade on PS5. So, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, Jedi Fallen Order, Arkham Knight, Star Wars Battlefront, all that shit that I have on my PlayStation. Friday the 13th, I'll be able to upgrade to PS5 and keep playing. So that's good news. And I'm going to get the special edition of Spider-Man Miles Morales, which comes with a remake of Spider-Man for PS4. Now, this is all, God willing, I can get a PS5, until I'm able to, definitely confirm I have one. I'm going to worry about it. I don't want to miss out day one. Hey, let's go to Walmart.com right now. I want the digital version, but I would take the $500 version if they had it. See, let me show you in my cart. I'm showing you guys this on the screen. Sony PlayStation 5 Digital, out of stock. That's in my save for later deal. There you go. PS5, still out of stock. I've already got the in-stock alert, but you should have seen me last night, right? So, like, the PS5, I woke up yesterday and saw, oh, they're all gone. I was like, wonderful. And then at 9 o'clock last night, I got an email. Oh, Walmart has them back. Come on over and get one. And then by the time I get there, they're fucking gone. It's like, can you email me about 30 minutes ahead of time to give me some fucking warning? By the way, another red flag in this race. So there's oil all over the racetrack. So red flag again. Apparently, it's easier to score like hardcore drugs than it is a PS5. You're gonna have people out here sucking dicks for PS5s. It's gonna be just like crack. Xbox did it right though. Xbox actually was making fun of Sony yesterday. They're like, "Don't worry, our pre-orders start September 22nd, not a moment before. You'll know exactly when. September 22nd." It's like, haha, very funny. You know, if I didn't care about Spider-Man and the PS5 exclusives, I would get the Xbox if I couldn't get a PS5, but I want to get Spider-Man, so. And plus, I've got a year of PlayStation Plus, so I'm kind of already committed. They're giving us some free games as well. They're giving us, like, The Last of Us, the good one, the first one. They're giving us The Last of Us, Mortal Kombat, Batman Arkham Knight, and some other games they're just flat out giving us when we get our PS5s. So that's pretty cool. Arkham Knight on the PS5 would be nice. Oh my god, guys, I got another reason to play it again. Maybe the fucking scenes won't be blocked because it'll be on PS5. I don't know. Yay, it's like, oh, he's got another excuse to stream Batman again. Yes.
See, it's obviously the site of tonight's regular season finale for the Xfinity Series. What'll also be the end of round one.
Can they give us Red Dead Redemption 2? Because if I wind up getting the digital version like I want, I'll have to buy Red Dead 2 again eventually. Even though I've got it on PC, but, you know, I'd like to have it on PS5 as well.
NASCAR America Post Race Show wrapping everything up at 11 o'clock.
I have Red Dead on 3 different systems.
Listen into the
Liam still hasn't bought my goddamn Xbox. I know he wants to. Times are tough right now.
Sure, a lot of it has to do with the PJ1 and how cold the temps are, so after this race we probably need to debrief a little bit with Tim just to try and get our teammates as much information.
Second red flag of the day. Don't you love it?
Track changing a great deal. I think we're starting to see that. Think about, guys, we just showed Ross Chastain back there running in 6th, and we saw him battling for the lead.
How is there oil on the track from that wreck?
Took off, and then right
one car spun out and one car hit his right front into the outside wall. How is there oil from that? Like, what the fuck?
He finished 10th in that first stage, but now he's running 5th. So some cars ran well early are not running as well now, and vice versa. So we may just be seeing a change in the racetrack.
That and the fact that, you know, as I mentioned at the top of the show, guys, just learning the track, learning what their car.
Michael Nett's behind the wall. You could tell that right front wheel is yawed out to the right.
Up to speed because
it's like sideways almost.
You leave one corner and you're going into another one, over and over and over and over.
Yeah, but we see Allgaier. And Cindric. Cindric was 3rd there when the race started. These guys have kept up with the track. It's tough to keep up with the track sometimes and keep your track position at the same time. We saw, I think we saw Ross Chastain have a 21-second pit stop where they made an adjustment. So when you have to keep up with the racetrack and you have to change and you get behind, we've seen it here tonight. It is tough to work your way through traffic because you're in lap traffic, it seems like, from the time they drop the green flag on another segment.
Steve talked about fluid out of the back of the one of Michael Annett. Well, that's what happened here, why the red flag is out. There was oil put down.
Oh, boy.
All over the racetrack, so we're going to clean that up. A short night for Michael Annett. He's locked into the playoffs, but this is definitely not how he
I'll be right
planned
back,
it
and so will they, apparently. I got a banana. That's healthy. I can eat this. Don't eat too many bananas. It'll stop your heart. No. They say that too much potassium will stop your heart. Has anybody ever tried to overdose on bananas? That'd be a unique suicide attempt. There's potassium in them, so I thought. Be the best suicide ever. Just sit there and eat delicious bananas. Wonder how many bananas it would take. Thousands. And if you eat 1,000 of anything, you're probably going to drop dead. So, I mean, stomach will explode. Not like the fucking idiot that died in a water drinking contest because her bladder exploded. Like, how fucking stupid do you have to be? First of all, water drinking is not a sport. Who wants to be in a water drinking contest? Hopefully next time they'll make them all wear catheters or something so they can just sit there and piss while they drink. Science. You know what I've been doing every night when I work out? Because I can ride that bike like 12 miles in a little under an hour. I sit down. I've been watching the Gotham show on Netflix. I haven't watched Gotham in a while. So I was watching the show again. So I biked through a whole last episode of Gotham and it just flies by. But then my legs are like 800 pounds by the end. That's what they feel like. Kids, if you see a van driving around with a big sign on the side that says free PS5s or PS5 pre-orders, don't get in it. Because it's not real. Still under red flag.
Welcome back to NASCAR Xfinity action here at Bristol Motor Speedway. The Food City 300 under red flag, guys. Been a pretty fun race. A couple of red flags, though, breaking up the action. What have you guys seen so far, Kyle?
Yeah, a lot of aggression. In an Xfinity race, you've got to make something happen. We've seen guys move people out of the way for 8th and 9th place, move lap cars out of the way just to clear the way so the next pack could get through, which is really surprising when we talk about these guys needing stage points and needing points to move on.
Jeff, you've ran a lot of Xfinity races at this racetrack, cup races as well, but that aggression was no different.
Jeff
back
Burton,
then, so
2008 Bristol winner in the Cup Series. That was a good race.
Into trouble early. Michael and Ned
I think it was 2008, right?
Him out of the race. What are you thinking? Are you trying to remain calm, trying to help yourself figure out how to get to the end of these 300 laps?
I think going into Bristol, that was on
Dale Jr., 2004 Bristol sweep.
The race, and you know you're going to be in the middle of combat.
Everybody sucks him off for that like they do Kyle Busch, but you know.
You almost give yourself a little bit of room between the guy.
I thought they said the announcers were at the damn track. Saw that Letarte was at the track. I guess they just sent Letarte. Everybody else still at Charlotte. Oh, Charlotte Motor Speedway, I hope I see you in a few weeks. About a month, actually.
And we've seen some of that.
This is the longest fucking red flag ever.
What ends up happening is, as you get roughed up and get moved up off the bottom, it makes you mad. And then you rough up the guy.
What makes me mad is having to sit here and watch this red flag make this race even longer than it should be.
More and more caution. So it's going to be interesting to see if that second lane ever gets.
Don't you think 2 red flags in the first half of a race are a little excessive?
One car, Michael and Ned, dropped a lot of fluid on the racetrack after contact with the wall. NASCAR is clean.
You know, they said acidic foods can cause canker sores. I'm going to blame all that diet shit I've been drinking. Because even though it's diet, they still have shit in it that is not good for you. They just don't make you fat like the regular sodas. They don't take weight off, they just don't add weight on.
Here's kind of the problem. Obviously, they don't really know why the right front continue to go down, or that sensation is entering the cockpit. So they're going to have to bring Justin back down here and put the car up on jack stands. And what they think the problem may be is even when he's turning the car, it's almost like it's turning so much that it maybe is cutting the tire, cutting down just a little bit of it. That's maybe creating some sort of slow leak or some sort of issue. So they're going to bring him down here, put the car on jacks to try and diagnose it a little bit more. But the bigger problem is now they don't have a full set of sticker tires left. They've cut so many of them down that they're running out of them, Steve.
You know, I'm glad I didn't watch the truck race last night, because I would have had you bet on Moffitt, and I say Moffitt was the one that gave the shit away.
I mentioned that to Chris Wright. guys, and he had some concern on his face.
123 out of 300.
To look at their right front tires, so he had to get any sort of report that they have the same issue, but he thought these cars were basically set up identical. So if it is a suspension issue, maybe a sway bar arm, something that's making contact on the Haley car, unless it was some damage on the racetrack that we have yet to see, they're going to have to check that 10 of Ross Chastain to see if he's the same issue. But guys, you mentioned the lap cars.
We're back under yellow.
It's as bad as I have ever seen. The speed
Yay.
so there's just nowhere for these cars to go.
How many bananas can I eat during a red flag? Not enough to stop my heart, unfortunately.
15 mile an hour difference. There's just nowhere for them to get out of the way fast enough.
Let's do a Chris Benoit Google search. What are painless ways to kill yourself? What's the best way to kill yourself that doesn't hurt? I would assume carbon monoxide poisoning.
Diving onto pit road, and 47 to go in stage 2. Dave?
Run a garden hose in your car and roll up the windows.
We're with Michael Annette now out of the Infield Care Center. Michael, you told us this week.
Look at that American flag mask on Michael Annette.
Part of that. How fast did that all happen?
Yeah, I mean, it happened fast. But
Brandon Jones wrecks a lot of people fast.
This weekend, knowing we're in the playoffs, obviously, and just looking for that race win and getting those 5 points to carry us into the playoffs and carry those through the rounds of playoffs. So this one, it stings when you have a car that fast. I told Travis after the wreck, a race-winning car. Came in here.
Let's be real. If Michael Annette's driving it, it's not a race-winning car.
Our cars are here. Justin's showing that.
So, no.
Running right there with Noah, and it's just I kind of kicking myself. I put myself in the bad position. Felt like 10 laps before that wreck actually happened, but I could kind of snooker Noah and whoever he was running with and get to the outside, and we're just playing chess with flat cars, and I made the wrong move, obviously.
Very easy to do here. It happened really quick, Dylan.
And Justin Haley has made his return to pit road. So you see them jacking up the car. They've got a jack stand. They'll go underneath the frame.
They've got the jack.
Wow. So they're focusing obviously on the right front. That's been where the issue has been. And again, not sure if there's some sort of rub.
Let's get on with this. For a guy who enjoys races, I want him to be over fast, don't I?
And then also stay on the lead lap. So not sure if they figured anything out there. They may have to bring him back down because the pace car is coming in a hurry.
Didn't want to lose a lap there, so they dive off of pit road.
Don't you hate when you come in a hurry, like that pace car? Another commercial. God, don't want to see any commercials the rest of the race as long as that fucking red flag was. Buzz, look, PS5s. Where? Cam Newton. Russell Wilson. I always called Cam the poor man's Russell. Even though Cam's like 8 feet taller than little Russ. So how long until Joe Burrow retires early because he's tired of getting hurt behind that horrible Bengals offensive line? Because if last night was any indication, he might not make it to the end of the year. He's really good, but, God, I don't know what's worse, their O-line or their D-line. Their D-line was pretty damn bad. But that has a lot to do with injuries and shit. But my God, Cincinnati can... Joe Burrow's got that WAP, weak-ass protection. Joe the Tiger King Burrow. Oh, man, are you ready for next Thursday night? Oh, man, fucking Dolphins and Jaguars. Hell yeah. I know y'all are excited for that. I was like, who made this schedule? Why are we subjected to one primetime Jaguars game a year? If Tua was playing, I'd actually be interested to watch the game, but it's just fucking beard face and...
We call it NASCAR
porn stash. It's the beard versus the porn stash next Thursday night on Thursday Night Football.
Rick, you would need 2 cases of golf balls to finish there. 2.
So you're saying Cam is like the opposite of Matt Ryan. He can't beat Seattle.
How deep the rough is there. All right, the choose rule in effect here. And
You guys are just lucky last Sunday wasn't a playoff game, all right?
A lot of people chose the bottom right there.
Yeah, they did.
Jim Burton, he's like, I'm going to go to the top.
Allgaier, Cindric, Briscoe,
last
Gregson.
week got an elk. Was out in Montana. Bow hunting.
Hannah, Montana.
Out there with Randy and it was like a 12 point. It was a big buck.
Did you post a picture of it?
He did.
From your from your backyard?
That's okay. You should check Cam Newton's record against the Falcons. It's even worse. Just Carolina in general against Atlanta. It's the reason I became a Falcons fan growing up in the Carolinas. I'm like, man, fuck Carolina. I like Atlanta. They're always kicking your ass.
Things happening fast here at Bristol.
Although, I hope Carolina wins on Sunday. I'm going to watch that game very closely. Tampa Bay, Carolina. Green flag. 41 to go in stage 2. It'll fly by. As long as there's no more red flags.
Cindric moves up the racetrack.
Cindric's got the speed. Can he get around him there?
If you don't, they're going to line up on you.
Loose off of 4.
Burton is stuck out right now just outside of 4th.
And there's really nowhere to go. Right?
Training around the bottom like old style Bristol.
He took a gamble by picking that top.
That's the dominant lane for the first few laps. Unless you are the leader.
Can he make it work? Right now working on the outside of Chase Briscoe.
He's doing a good job out there making that outside line seem competitive.
There comes Ross Chastain as well in the 10.
And he sees right there in front of him a space to get in front of this 98 if he can clear him. The 9 car was there before, but now there's a gap.
Hey, Ross Chastain, there you are. Back in 6th place.
Sometimes you just got to get that spot up. Try to find in, get in behind the guy. Ross Chastain, his mission
I still have hope.
is not let that happen. No matter what, do not give that bottom up.
Briscoe.
Hey, Jeff, you're right, because Arizona's going to win your division.
And Chastain doesn't want to open the door either.
Now, inside. Spotter needs to be yelling. Oh, Harrison, aggressive.
Harrison's not going to give up on that outside groove. Looks like this is going to be it, though.
Woo!
Great crossover.
Battle for the lead.
This is a
Battle
great
for
job by
4th.
Harrison, though, sticking it out, hammering it, just keep doing what he was doing, and then be able to take the position back.
I really dig Arizona, by the way.
And up the track he went.
I said before the season, like, Arizona's going to lead the league in scoring, but be dead last in defense.
Top lane, and he drove into turn 3 and tried
But
to
if their
clear
defense
the
plays
front speed
well,
across the bottom, and Chastain
Arizona's
took
tough
it
to
from him.
beat.
So now Harrison's got to back his entry up, get that thing on the bottom. Don't give the bottom up. You're just going to have to slow it down and get on the very bottom of the racetrack.
And how does this work?
Yeah, Cousins right here. We've got Jeff Burton going by Harrison Burton.
But, you know, and Jeff just explained it. It's a lot easier to say it than it is to do it, because you're charging that corner, trying to stay on the outside, trying to make something happen. And then when you do,
Hey, remember when I told you the Buccaneers were overhyped? How'd they look on Sunday, huh?
rotate through the center.
Oh, I'd love it if they lost to Carolina on Sunday. Oh, man, I would die laughing. I want to pick Carolina to win that game so bad.
Finished second. By the way, his cousin finished in the top 5.
I hate Carolina more than I hate Tampa Bay, but right now it'd be pretty funny if Carolina beat them.
On that first stop, and he restarted 15th, driven all the way back up into the 6th position. So Jeb is on fire on the short track tonight.
Hey, Dave, we saw him battling with Harrison Burton there, and he's finally found his rhythm again and back in the bottom of the racetrack. Just talking before today's race with his crew chief in base.
30 to go, stage 2. Allgaier still holding the lead for now.
What makes you successful that he's improved on, and obviously this is a tricky place, so learning every time he's on the racetrack, but doing a nice job so far running in the 8th spot. And also, just quickly, guys, we talked about Myatt Snyder and his issues a little bit earlier. They had a rock come in underneath the race car and puncture the oil pan, and then just opted to bring that car in. Remember, that's a team car to Ryan Sieg, so don't want to jeopardize anything with his playoff opportunity chances, so just opted to bring the 93 car in and park it for the night.
So as we're watching Harrison Burton, and we just heard a story there about the Burtons.
I would piss myself laughing if Carolina beat Tampa Bay on Sunday. I think Tampa Bay's defense is too good, though. They'll win the game for them. If Brady's old ass can't pick up the slack and the Bucs can't run the ball again, the Bucs defense is good enough to win the game for them.
Maybe almost calling out a mistake.
Got to cut out those damn penalties, though.
You know, it used to be hard because I used to think I could control things. And
Tom Brady's learning what it's like to, like, wow, I'm on a team that's nowhere near as disciplined as I am. For the first time in his career, he is on a team that is nowhere near as disciplined as he is. Tampa Bay's sloppy. They were sloppy last year.
Dad who watches a fan, and you know, and we don't. Harrison and I don't talk racing that much. You see a good battle right here. We really don't talk about it that much. We talk about other things, and actually, it's a lot easier like that.
Teammates fighting for position here. So Riley Herbst and the 18 both driving for Joe Gibbs Racing. Harrison Burton on the inside.
Riley's holding it pretty tight here. Harrison has to be really careful not to check the back end, get loose, slide up into his teammate, but he does want this.
Whoa, Gregson loose off of 2. Chastain wasn't anywhere close. And then he tried to wreck Chastain. He's wrecking Ross Chastain. Gregson's trying to wreck Chastain. Chastain never touched him. Gregson got loose, and then Gregson tried to hook him down the back, and then he ran into him in 3. God, Gregson's a dipshit. Hold on to your car, bitch. What happened here? What's he mad about? Oh, okay, so Chastain did move him. Well, get the fuck out of the way, slow ass. Look at him. Noah tried to hook him into 3. And then he failed to wreck him in 4. Oh, yes, you are, because you're a little punk bitch, Gregson. That's why you're going to get run over. Get the fuck out of the way, dipshit.
I haven't won a race this year, and I'm going to step it up. If you're in front of me, I need to move you. I'm going to move you. I love the aggression from
lead follower, get out of the way. Ain't that what the boomers like to say? I used to be on old Dale Earnhardt shirts, I think. Lead follower, get out of the way. I hope that left rear tire on Chastain's car holds up.
19 to go. Allgaier out front.
Allgaier in heavy lap traffic, but he's got some separation now on Cindric.
As we go NASCAR nonstop.
Ooh, NASCAR nonstop. I played Pro Skater online again last night, and I did really well. The only thing I look for in Pro Skater when I play online, I'm like, I just want to place in the top 3 in all the competitions, because I know there's people out there that are like fucking robots at that game. And I consistently either win or place in the top 3. So I was doing pretty good last night. I surprised myself at how good I can be in Pro Skater. Because I watch some dudes on YouTube that are just absurd. I haven't run into any of those guys playing online, but last night I broke over 1 million points in 2 minutes and only finished 3rd, and I was like, fuck. I think my favorite levels in Pro Skater are like the Hangar, School 2, Skate Contest in France, Chicago Skate Park is a good one. I guess my favorite street level would probably be San Francisco. Of course, I can't think of any others right now, but I really like the Hangar. Warehouse is obviously a good level. That's the first fucking level, but it's good when you really figure out how you can cheese those combo lines. That's been the biggest thing with some of those levels I hadn't played much in the past. It's like just figuring out the best combo lines. And when you're playing online, you quickly figure out where you need to be at to get big combos going. I think my favorite game mode might be Graffiti. That's a fun game mode. I wish you fuckers played online. But most people who come here to watch my NASCAR stream don't even know how to turn on a PS5 or a 4. I'm fucking with you. We're all getting old. I'm just trolling. Oh man, I should have bet on Allgaier, shouldn't I? What would I got for Allgaier? Like $6? Maybe. Hey, there's when Kyle Busch did that shit to Truex that he did to Chase earlier this year. I'm clear. What's with Kyle Busch and not knowing when he's clear, especially at Bristol? He's wrecked himself at Bristol several times doing that, and he's wrecked others at other tracks.
Allgaier, 113 laps led already at Bristol.
Best driver in the world, though, right?
9 laps to go in stage 2. All right, Steve, I want to throw you a quick question.
Doesn't know what
about the
clear
jet.
means.
Too aggressive early?
Well, I don't know if you can say it's too aggressive, but we talked to Ross Chastain 2 weeks ago. I point blank asked him.
Chastain needs to be more aggressive.
Reputation of an aggressive driver.
Win me some money.
He says, I don't ever try to wreck anyone. I don't drive into the corner thinking I'm going to hit them. I just drive to the comfort level in which I've been raised by. And that's aggressive. That's on their bumper. And if contact's made, I'm okay with that. So, Rick, while I don't love his aggression, I absolutely love his owning it. And if he's willing to own it on a Wednesday on a Zoom call with us, then I think he has the right to drive however he wants as long as he's okay with people racing him the same way.
Yeah, and I'll say that's the big statement right there.
Kyle Petty, that's incredible.
Is he okay when people do the same thing to him? If you're okay with that, then more power to you, buddy. More power to you. If you've got thick enough skin to know that if you're going to give, you got to take. You got to dish, you got to take. And Chastain so far has had that reputation. He'll take it. And he may be mad about it, but he'll take it. But he has dished it all night long. Everybody he gets to, they know he's there.
Is that what your dad used to do?
Yeah.
I mean, he was the intimidator. When you see him coming, they knew.
Yeah.
His style, Ross's style reminds me a lot of that, especially in a place like Bristol. Ross has used that bumper a lot tonight. Get guys involved.
Allgaier's got a nice 1.2 second lead.
That's kind of Bristol people want. We need drivers that are willing to use each other up a little bit. Not everybody needs to be doing that.
Was Russell second? I can't remember.
But I have to say,
it's funny. I just shared a thing on Facebook yesterday going, yeah, Matt Ryan's first in passing yards. I love wasted efforts. Story of Matt Ryan's career. A lot of great efforts for nothing because he's never had a good defense. Since Matt Ryan has been in the league, the Falcons have had one all-pro player on defense, just one. And it was a fluke. It was Vic Beasley, who was a bust. He led the league in sacks his second year. That's it. It's been a whole lot of average on the other side of the ball for pretty much all of Matt's career. Hey, Allgaier sweeps us to boy. Allgaier is really on fire right now. Racking up these points at the end of the year.
Stage 1 and stage 2 now. That's 2 more playoff points for him. The momentum is on his side. He wins back-to-back for the first time ever in his career, winning Richmond. And now looking for 3 in a row, which he's never done.
Fuck. I wish I'd have slept longer today. It's really starting to bother me now.
Hey, Dale.
Huh.
What's 25 plus 15?
40.
Yep. What is 15 times 3?
45. I'm gonna be pissed if some PS5s pop up during this race and I don't notice. Hey, Devontae Freeman's working out for the Eagles. Good for him. He's gonna ask for too much money and get sent the fuck home. On the Falcons all-time list, would that be Steve Bartkowski, Jeff?
He's led 120
Steve Bartkowski, Jeff George, Chris Chandler, Michael Vick. I don't know. I'll say Steve Bartkowski.
And once again, Austin Cindric will pull into his box number 1 here on the back straightaway. Said that the balance started out pretty good, and then just as the run went on, it was a little bit more unstable. So right side tires going on, a bit of a hiccup there as it looked like the tire got caught on the front bumper. So 4 tires in fuel for Cindric. Further up pit road, Harrison Burton, a chassis adjustment half around down on the right rear track bar. 4 tires in fuel for him. And Ross Chastain there on the bottom of your screen. Good balance as well, but just needs more rotation, Dave.
Noah Gregson's number 9 was too loose on entry.
Hey, I was right.
The tires seem to go away on late exit. That's him pitting on the top of the screen. Middle of the screen, the 98 of Chase Briscoe. Can't get into the corner at the start of the run.
I know it's not Joey Harrington or Matt Shaw, but...
And the winner of 2 stages in a row, the lap leader on the season for the series, Justin Allgaier, says it's
or Brett Favre.
at the 3/4 mark. Let's see the 7th crew.
Chase Briscoe to the lead. Ross Chastain second. Yay. Allgaier lost 2 spots and Chastain gained 2. Ryan Sieg, 2 tires up to 4th. How about it? All right, Chastain, here's your fucking moment. Stage 3, just in time to be on that front row, man. Unfortunately for him, Briscoe will be smart enough to pick the outside line and take that away from him. So, unless he wants to pick it and follow him.
Couple fast cars up front.
Gonna have 125 to go here in a second.
You're right. Things like this happen late in this race.
Let's take a look at the stage points that have been earned tonight. Again, Allgaier sweeping both stages. He gets the 10 points for winning each stage, so 20 for him. Chastain and Briscoe coming in. Briscoe had a 3-point lead. Chastain has lost 3 points, so now it's a 6-point difference, depending upon where they're running on the racetrack, between those two for second in the regular season point standings.
Michael Turner is the Falcons' leading rusher of all time, I do believe.
Everything's clean so far, but watch the right front tire. It falls right there. Now it's on the hose.
Slow stop for Cindric. That's what I like to see.
Cindric came in running second. Lost a lot of spots with that. Just kind of an unfortunate bounce in the way that tire ended up.
Hey man, why ain't the Cup cars like this?
So hard,
Just thinking out loud again, like I often do.
Make sure they do everything perfect, but the roll of a tire really kind of screwed up that pit stop for them. Now you look at the comparison with Briscoe and Cindric. 4 seconds is a lot, and that's the difference between those two.
And in Bristol, what that does, it's a huge difference between starting on the front row versus starting where he's going to start. Now he's in the middle of the chaos. Now he's in the middle of where all the wrecks happen. So, you know, that you race so hard.
Hey, remember when I should have won $20 from the Southern 500? I remember that.
I agree with that, but there's a
I know Michael does.
And I think there's still a lot of time in this race where you can talk to your driver and say, hey, the 10 car was in the same position many laps ago. Ross had fallen all the way back to the backside of the top 10 and now has worked his way up into the top 2. So tell your driver the 22, look, man, don't knock the nose off of it. Don't get yourself in
Hey, congratulations to my guy, Matt Ryan. He is now 9th on the all-time passing list, I believe. He passed John Elway. He's either 8th or 9th now, Matt Ryan.
This is the original set of tires off
But everybody still hates him for some reason. I don't know why.
Pins right here. A lot of rubber left on the right side tires. The left side, though, you see a little bit here, a little bit here. 0 pins left. Wearing out left side tires. So Jeff Burton, I'd have to ask, in my mind, that's some of that sealer.
Should have had $20 after Darlington. Still not happy about that. Could get some money back. Oh, Briscoe picked the inside and gave Chastain the outside. Yes, yes, yes. I think this can work out.
Briscoe and Chastain making up row 1.
This could work.
Inside, Chastain on the outside. Stage 3.
Briscoe tried to snooker him on that restart. Take it, Ross, please. Now's the chance. Now's the chance.
Fight for the lead.
Why do guys keep picking the inside? It doesn't fucking work. Briscoe just lost the lead picking the inside. Don't pick the inside. Pick the outside. But thank you, Briscoe. 120 laps away from $8 or whatever it is. $9.
Tires. Not holding everybody up.
Gregson, Austin Cindric here.
Chastain is your leader.
Traffic, and if he can, after a poor pit stop, has put him back.
For now.
Junior mentioned
Allgaier's still third.
You're gonna have to be patient, but Austin Cindric making a nice move right there, showing Noah he wants that bottom. You know, you have to be patient, but you can't be patient, right? The only way you're going to pass somebody is get right to their rear bumper. You don't have to move them out of the way to pass them, but you have to get close. And then they bobble just a little bit, and you're into the back of them.
And Noah's holding him up right dead in the center of the corner. Is where Noah seems to be having a little bit of trouble. And if he just bobbles a little, as you say, Jeff, he'll be able to take the position.
Once again, idiots keep picking the inside lane, but I really appreciate it.
Which Noah got slow. Kyle mentioned it. Right in the middle of the corner. And there Austin was, and they made a little contact. It wasn't that Austin went in there and instigated the contact. It was that the 9 got slow.
Allgaier is being pressured for third from Harrison Burton. Allgaier's not exactly closing in on Briscoe or Chastain.
Down behind the 7th car of Allgaier and fell into position.
Let's watch here and see what.
Allgaier looks really loose in the center. Really loose in the center. I have not seen that from him all night. And he's really slowing up Harrison Burton because Harrison's definitely faster right now.
Justin's doing a really nice job of running that car.
Justin's doing a good job of holding on and getting in the way while he's loose.
Taking that lane away from Harrison. Cindric's running these guys down.
Boy, this could work out for me beautifully. I don't know.
Allow the 22 to come in here and try to become a part of this battle. And now the battle gets harder for Harrison, right? When it was just a 7, he could try some things. But now he's got pressure from Cindric. If he makes a move the wrong way, then Cindric will take advantage of it.
This is the 3rd, 4th, and 5th on the screen.
Right there is where you have to be able to carry speed on corner exit.
Notice how quiet I am now. I'm like watching intently. Chastain's only got about a half a second on Briscoe. He's not driving away, but the fact that Allgaier is losing ground, to me, is more important. Because he's got the best car. He and Cindric, and they're both stuck right now. Cindric's still fast. Allgaier's just getting in the way.
But Allgaier pulling away now as Cindric was able to get by Harrison Burton.
Cindric, had that bad pit stop, restarted several rows back, drove all the way up to 4th with good patience. He's back really in the middle of this fight to try to win this race. He's got speed on the 7 car, be patient here, put together some great corners, he'll run him down, be able to put more pressure on him, get him up off the bottom, take 3rd place. It's crazy though, Justin. See that? Justin having a hard time keeping that car on the bottom of the racetrack. 22 is going to be there in a second.
When the 22 gets there, if Harrison stays right here, he'll be able to follow the 22 through.
Isn't it just crazy how Justin's, dominated most of the races here. The last 3 races at Bristol, he's led all the laps. Here he is again with a dominant performance. Coming into stage 3, and they're losing the handle on this 7 car.
Once again,
Lap traffic time. Briscoe is right there with Chastain, so one fuck up and it's all over.
Briscoe to stay in contact.
105 laps to go.
Every single race is an audition for him. Right for Stewart Haas Racing, and they have talked extensively.
Cindric underneath Allgaier for 3rd. Here comes the traffic, 2 wide in front of him, so. But Cindric's going to have the advantage here, I think. Nope. Now it's just back to Allgaier. Still, woo! Woo! Oh, man. Allgaier just lost 3 spots. Cindric had to move a lap car, and it got a couple loose, and it knocked him up into Allgaier and sent him back a little ways.
Just a little bit off turn 4.
Kept it out of the wall. I think Junior's wrong. Allgaier didn't hit the wall. He kept it out of the wall. He just lost a couple of spots. And his car sucks. It's very loose. That back end is not stable at all in the center of the corner. Looks like he's played NASCAR Heat 5 on old tires. No rear grip. That car is totally fighting rear grip. Worked out great for Cindric and Harrison Burton.
3, right here, it's just picking up on the tires, and now he has no grip. And this next corner, he's not going to have any grip, and the next corner, he's not going to have any grip until all that gets run off the tires.
Chastain still got the same lead he had, 100 laps to go. I don't care if it stays green. As long as Chastain can navigate the lap traffic. Boy, Cindric's really good right now, though.
The most improved driver in this series this year. You're starting to see him in that top 6, top 7 on a regular basis. He's done a really nice job learning as a young driver, not getting any practice time. Really made a big stride this year.
Really, Harrison and Riley, they're the two fighting for Rookie of the Year. Those two drivers with Joe Gibbs Racing. Right now, Harrison in front.
We got a slow car on the apron. Please don't throw a caution for that.
He's got a spring come out of that car.
Yeah, springs on the racetrack. Yeah.
Ah, shit. Caution's out. Ah!
Rear.
See the rear end working.
I liked how things were going. Whatever. We're still the leader, and we're not going to pit right now.
Suspension failure, right? And then that spit the rear spring out of it.
Rear spring come out of the 74. What's his car say? Team D's nuts? What is that?
Look at all the sparks.
Where's the spring?
23-year-old from Driftwood, Texas, brings out this is the 6th caution of the night.
I don't see no damn spring.
He was on the lead lap, running
Show me a
15th.
spring.
So he's having a good night.
So Jeb Burton's the only guy with 2 sets of tires left. Everybody else got 1. I would assume you probably stay out here.
These guys used to sit around the back of the field, start hard.
Just please work out for Chastain so I can make some money.
For the course of this season, they've gotten to where they can compete running the top 20 at times.
You can see that right rear end is just no longer attached to the car. So suspension failure right there. That's just
Oh, there's the spring way off the racetrack at the inside wall where nobody runs.
Fielding the 74.
That's required equipment.
Boo.
Required equipment.
He's going to need that. We'll go to break. Be right back to the restart.
Nobody's pitting, so. Although Jeb Burton could probably pit right now. He's got 2 sets of tires left. Jeb could use one now and have one for later. You know, if I lost money because Jeb Burton won a race, I'd be infinitely less upset. No fans allowed at Las Vegas Motor Speedway next week. Damn. Only a week out.
How is it still can watch it on TV, right?
Oh, yeah. Hope Charlotte doesn't do that shit week before. Oh, by the way, you can't come. Gosh.
What lap they on?
207 to 300.
And
That means 93
Ross Chastain, winless in 2020, out in front here with 94 laps to go. All right, Steve, you're on the grounds. Are we going to ever get you back to the booth here?
Jeb Burton wins, you get 40. Goddamn.
I'd love to say yes, but it's so awesome to be at the racetrack, Rick. I don't know if I can just commit joining you
Them are
tomorrow
good
night
odds.
for the Cup race. But the one thing that's different from Cup to Xfinity is that tire count. We talk about it a lot. You mentioned it at the beginning of the broadcast. 4 sets of tires, basically 3 in the pits to be used. All the leaders have 1 set of tires left. So a conversation on the radio for the 7 talking about, is it too early to put them on? Jason Burnett in the end said 93 laps to go. If
we get more yellows and we've already put our set of tires on, we'll be definitely behind. So they decide to stay out here. But Dave, with 93 to go, I think it comes down to what crew chief and driver either get lucky or make the right choice of when to put their tires on.
One thing we know for sure on the 7, they need to get a correction on that handling. Listen.
Yeah, my center is, I just don't have any grip at all in the center.
Hey, what's he saying? No grip in the center? Yeah, I noticed that.
All out of the track when it's sitting out for some for this set of tires is going to be messed up.
So disappointing after dominating this race so far. And he was asked this week if after losing in June with that contact from his teammate kind of gave up a spot and Noah Gragson took it, does he want redemption tonight? And he said, more than you know. He's got some work to do now.
All right, Chastain was smart and picked the outside line like he should. Trouble is, Cindric's really fast, and he's starting on the outside just behind him. Sure, that caution took away my best shot at $9. Boy, 9 ain't as much as 20. That would have been great a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been out of the racetrack. Out of the racetrack means it feels like it's not glued to the track. Very unhooked. See if the cyclone tires improves it any. The restart to
But Chastain is really close to Briscoe.
It's a great launch.
Great launch on that outside by Ross.
Just going to spin the tires on the inside, down again.
Take off. You better hurry, because I think Cindric's better than you.
Outside, fighting hard, Jeff.
Gotta take me. There's on the inside. And the 32 and the 20 look the same. They're the same colors.
Cindric just second.
Cindric's really fast.
Great recovery for him.
Hopefully Briscoe will race him really hard. Really hard. Like, use the bumper.
Algar 18 car.
Remember when you tried to throw that water bottle on your car at Daytona?
That's so normal. Corner exit, just move the bottom a little bit.
Well, they are right. Cindric and Harrison Burton's cars look almost identical at a glance.
There as well, I think.
It's very confusing.
Algar's car may not be driving well, but
Because I'm like, who am I looking at?
that guy right there is going to fight all night long, no matter what. There's that 21 of Alfredo. Keep talking about him.
Rally gets a little bit loose right there on the bottom of 4. Anthony not able to take advantage of it.
2 young drivers at Bristol. That always makes me a little nervous.
Gragson sneaking in on this fight.
Noah's car's gone away a little bit as well.
Imagine, he's had some contact with the left front wheel, right front wheel a couple times. You can knock the toe around on these cars a little bit. They're real sensitive. Lose a little bit of turn in the middle of the corner.
One thing too, Junior, is that I think Bristol, maybe more than other racetracks, it changes every time you take off. Like your car drives a certain way, you get a caution, you take off, and it drives completely different. You're always guessing how your car's going to drive when we start.
Yeah, you pick up a lot of debris. And the cycle on the tires does change. You've got to keep those tires clean under caution, working the wheel back and forth. Dave.
It's going to be a Toyota driver update with Riley Herbst leading this group there in that black number 18. By the way, the 21-year-old from Las Vegas gets to go home next week to start the playoffs, and that'll be exciting because
Riley Herbst guaranteed first round elimination in the playoffs. Go ahead and mark it down.
If it has lived up to expectations, and he said, kind of. We should have won by now. Now remember,
still being quiet because Chastain's still leading.
The problem was that he only had 2 tires changed on that race car between stages.
4/10 to 5/10 consistently.
It did not work out, and he ended up with a little bit of a wrecked race car. But he's showing tonight he can handle the high banks of Bristol, running 6th.
It's probably the same angle that he has to negotiate when he's out there wake surfing. He took that up while all of this has been going on with COVID. As we see the 10, 22, and 98, that separation between Ross Chastain, Cindric, and Briscoe in the top 3.
Briscoe rolling in on this 22 car. Seems to be really rolling the corner better. They kind of
good, put pressure on the 22.
Corners. Pretty evenly matched forwards right there in second, third. Trying to close in on this 10 of Chastain. Chastain has done a
big pass on the strip club, Jeff.
A little bit on that car. Lost track position, had a few bad pit stops, but worked his way back up to the front and lead this race.
I think entering the playoffs, starting next week, I don't think you want to give Ross Chastain a lot of confidence.
I think if I pick the winner for the next 7 Cup races all in a row, you guys should have to buy me a PS5.
That matters, right? Ross is not as confident these other guys are.
Save me some money.
Races, when you give that guy right there some confidence after winning, going into the playoffs, that could be some momentum that's hard to deal with.
This is the most laps that Ross has led in a race this year. That is so hard to believe.
Well, Ross Chastain has only 2 stages.
Ross had trouble getting around that fucking lap car. That only cost him like 3/10 of a goddamn second. Thank you.
And Rick, that's why this win, if they're able to hold
Getting
on
testy now.
I'll
take my $9 from me when I have it in my sights. Briscoe underneath Cindric, putting pressure on him for second, and he takes it easily on the inside. That's the easiest I've seen somebody make a pass on the inside all night. Stay green. Somebody's going to blow a tire by the end. Good God. I know that.
Chase Briscoe gets by him for second place now, and Chase told me this week he kind of pieced together a second place finish here in June. They had maybe a 7th place race car, but they made it work. The reason was there was something they did last year here where he finished in the top 5 both times that they didn't do at the start of this year. Kind of tried something new. That did not work. They took it back out. You can tell the 98 is back in form and chasing down Ross Chastain.
There's something we saw just a little bit ago from Austin Cindric that we didn't see a year ago or 2 years ago. Watch this. Hand out the window, waving the 98.
Wow, Cindric let the 98. No wonder he passed him so
With
easily.
only 71 laps to go at Bristol.
Okay, it's coming fast.
Because he knew that his car wasn't as
Well, hopefully he doesn't get there fast enough.
Briscoe has gotten in front of Cindric.
70 laps. Come on, that's nothing at Bristol.
Not wanting to get wrecked. Ended up just waving him by and saying, I'm going to make my car better later and come back at you, but right now is not the time to battle. That is Austin Cindric maturing. That's not something we would have seen from that guy a year ago.
Regular season champ, 2 winningest drivers, Chase Briscoe, Austin Cindric.
Double wide lap traffic in front of the leader. Thank you. Thank you. Now Briscoe's on his goddamn bumper. Fucking lap cars. Okay, they've cleared out for now. Chastain's still holding the lead. He looks like he can stretch it out to half a second when they're on a clean racetrack, but that lap traffic got Briscoe right to him. Chastain, remember Pocono when Briscoe moved you out of the way? Well, if he gets by you, wreck him. I'm encouraging you to take him out. Remember Pocono. When I can make money, I don't care what you have to do to win. Oh my God, them wings in that commercial look just like the wings on the Kiss Cruise. Oh, they were so good. Man, I love wings. Who the fuck wants to eat a pretzel burger? I'll just eat a burger. Still raving about the cheeseburger I had at Waffle House last week. Man, that shit was good. Then we had cheeseburgers here the other night and they sucked. And I'm like, oh man. No going back after that Waffle House cheeseburger. I am only 62 laps away from $9. I like how I'm talking about $9 like it's winning the lottery, but it would just be nice to get a little something for my troubles. My troubles of watching the race. Fuck, I wish I slept good last night.
going quick. 59 to go from Bristol. It's Ross Chastain out front. Briscoe running second. Cedric, Harrison Burton, Allgaier all in the top 5. Chastain trying to put together perfect laps, lap after lap, Dylan.
And Rick, we've seen that gap between he and Chase Briscoe shrink with each passing lap. Part of the issue for Chastain here may be the fact he's pouring the left front on every single run.
Don't say that.
That left front has been boarded, so one would assume
Saying they worry about Ross cording a left front tire. Please don't. Caution's out. Jesus Christ, the 90 car's in the wall hard. All right, pit. Everybody pit. Bean is in the wall. It's a race, and he is not winning.
For those guys, so we would expect to see everyone on pit road now to try to use those fresh Goodyears.
Yeah, now you pit.
Absolutely, Rick. This is the time. 56 laps to go in the race. Even if a caution comes halfway through this 50-lap run, you got to put your tires on now. If you're any of the front 10 or 12 cars, if somebody in the back wants to gamble and stay out, that's fine. But the problem with that gamble is very easy to get run over and wrecked. So I think everybody on the lead lap is going to be looking for 4.
God have mercy on my soul.
And right now, there's 14 that are on the lead lap. Timmy Hill is the
All right, Colleague Racing. Need a good pit stop here.
Pass. And that'll be 15 on the lead lap as they're coming at you, Dylan.
And here comes Austin Cindric once again as he works into his stall. The balance has been okay with each run. They're just missing a little bit something there, and you saw him get passed by Chase Briscoe and then drive away. Just another air pressure adjustment here, 4 tires and fuel for Austin Cindric. Harrison Burton a little bit further up, top right of your screen, down 1 round on the right rear track bar. Chassis adjustment for him. Chastain going to go around and get 4 new tires. We talked about importing that left front. We'll go ahead and look at this one. They just came off the car, but 4 tires and fuel for Chastain.
Looked like a good stop for Ross. I was zoned out there.
He's running second. He'll come down for an adjustment here. Just a little bit tight at the end. Top of your screen, Noah Gregson. He needs an adjustment as well to make the 9 better. It's kind of fallen off here at the end. And speaking of falling off, the car that was so dominant early, bottom of your screen, that red 7 for Justin Allgaier. They're going to now take a swing at it, trying to get some of the adjustments that didn't work out of the
Yay,
race.
Ross going to keep the lead.
Just 52 or so to go at the end of this race. They need something special.
Yes. Yes. Still the leader.
Holding his top spot. We'll be back for the restart.
We're going to have like 50 to go when they restart. Somebody wake me up, please. Please. And I'll play you the song of my people. No. Wait, how's that fucking shit go? Boy, I just love how I can't remember anything. Oh wait, wrong chord. Nobody here can name the band that did that song. Well, I mean, if you know me, you probably can, but that was close enough. No, that was actually it. That's about all I can play that song, though. Which is funny because most of the song is them just going. How's that one part going? Like, whatever. Trying to do anything to distract myself from stressing over these last 50 laps.
24 hours of Le Mans, or 24 hours of Daytona, Sebring.
I want my money.
One world champion. So many amazing things and so versatile. Never spoke to a driver in my whole life who could do what he could do.
And what was it that surprised you about Mario that you learned?
What surprised me was that he spent 7 years of his life in a refugee camp in Italy there. I knew that he had spent time, but 7 years. They started over when he was 7 or 8 years old. When they went into the refugee camp, started over again when he was 14 or 15. And he and Aldo and their family moved to America. An amazing story.
That whole story, Coffee with Kyle again on the NBC YouTube channel. They're getting ready to choose here.
You better pick that outside, Ross. There you go.
Yeah, it's absolutely important. You see it, 22 going to the inside, 98 to the inside. I thought he might try to start that outside line. His inside struggled a little bit. Those first 2 rows are probably the most critical. The decisions those guys made. Let's see if that pays off for Briscoe. If that 22 spins the wheels, Cedric spins the tires, could cost Briscoe a few more spots.
Hey, Junior, Briscoe radioed to his crew, I think I can drive it in harder if I take the bottom line at the restart.
Don't.
There's nobody in front of him. That's great. I hope Cedric didn't
Let
hear
these
that.
fuckers know poor man's trying to win some money.
Algar, that outside lane, had the dominant car early. They put another set of tires.
Just trying to win some money.
Better. He was starting to roll at the end of that run. They got the car better. Not as good as it was, but let's see if they made it good enough to go back and win this race.
Only 49 laps. Look at this. Look how aggressive.
Good God, Chastain and Cindric are already dooring each other.
Right back into the gas. Ross Chastain.
Oh boy. Cindric, I'll never forgive you. I will never forgive Cindric if it costs me $9. Never forgive him. Ross is clear, not quite. About got turned there going into 1. Now he's really pushing up the route. Fucking A, Cindric got the lead. Well, my chance is over. My life is over. Cindric got the lead. Well, 1 caution too many.
He wants to win badly.
We're fucked.
I think that's going to frustrate the 10 of Chastain not to be able to get right back to him. Can he be patient?
Probably not, Junior. Patient and Ross Chastain don't really go together. But I'm glad I just lost my $9.
Cindric, Chastain, Briscoe, Allgaier.
Yep. Cindric's driving away.
You talked about the 22 car of Cindric having that short-term speed.
Yeah, he's driving away.
Trying to get back to the bottom.
Boy, can we get a caution?
Got really loose the lap before, the 19.
Got to take lap traffic to help.
Alfredo did a nice job of getting back to the bottom.
God damn it.
Whole bottom lane from
Really thought we had a chance here.
So the 9 of Gregson get into the back of the 8 there of Burton. Jim Burton in the 8.
Jim's having a hard time keeping the car low.
These 2 are teammates as well. Junior Motorsports.
Really thought I had a chance.
Right there. Noah's able to roll the
I blame the damn guitar. It was bad luck.
Right there, but there's nothing he can do with it. As long as Jeb runs the bottom of the racetrack on corner exit.
Gregson gonna wreck another teammate.
Move him out of the way. Really hard pass. This is one of the hardest racetracks to pass on, with the bottom is a dominant lane.
And in the last segment, we saw Noah not be able to roll the middle, and we saw the 22 of Austin Cindric have to move him a little bit out of the way.
Oh well.
Ease up the racetrack a little bit. Noah gets position.
Dynamics so different between teammates.
I don't want to speak too soon, but I think Chastain's gaining a little bit now.
Jeb only gets a few opportunities.
Just a little. He stopped losing ground. I'm just watching the ticker. I don't know how reliable it is.
Anthony Alfredo in that 21 just in front of him, but for how long?
Anthony's done a good job. We saw him almost get lapped early in the race. He's been patient. For a young driver, you would expect him to be the one making the mistakes out on this racetrack, but he's kept the nose on that car, kept the fenders clean.
Come on, lap traffic. We need lap traffic.
Let's give what is now the ARCA Series full contact right here.
Gregson bump and run on Riley Herbst.
River, Texas, between the 18 and the 9.
Of course, Junior remembers he pays the bills.
Pay the favor. Jim Burton's going to go the inside. Back up front.
Lap traffic.
Traffic for the 22 car, Cindric.
Not enough, though. Not yet, anyway.
And they move out of the way, and Cindric goes by, and you see what Ross Chastain has to deal with. Let's listen into his radio.
I just moved to back up to us. Calm me down. Trying to calm everybody down, I guess. Calm tonight. Haven't you been for help? I have.
This Rice,
35 more laps.
a lot with the 10 and the 11. 4 runner-up finishes already for Ross Chastain, and that's where he's running right now. See.
Well, Rick, you just heard that radio from Ross Chastain. You heard all that feedback, all that noise in the background. That's what makes this racetrack so difficult. As I stand right here with a mask on, down in the corner, you can hear me pretty clear with the microphone right here, but as I move the microphone away.
Don't be shy about using that bumper. Who am I kidding? It's Ross Chastain. Of course he'll use the bumper. I'm not screwed just yet. I feel a lot better, though, if we were in front right now. And if you knock him out of the way, you better get going, because I know Cindric will use the bumper right back.
This 10 car here closing in on this 22. A little bit of lap traffic up there in front of them, running side by side.
The gap.
Really good on entry, Ross Chastain. Really good on corner entry.
As you mentioned, side by side in front of Austin Cindric.
Aha, there it is. Some lap traffic. Here we go. Yes.
Now, the 10 is to his
He's there. Just about. Come on, baby. Hit him.
Chastain, yeah. He's going to get the bumper. I was wondering if
he touched him. Didn't hit him. Touched him, though.
He got right to it. He has not won a race all year long.
30 to go.
10 finishes in 25 races.
30 to go. Come on, bitch.
And this is Bristol.
Give it to him. He's there. Unfortunately, Briscoe's right behind him.
He'll slip.
So
How much pressure?
Briscoe's there, goddammit. You need to get this pass done now. Briscoe's faster than both of you.
That's called Briscoe right to them.
Yeah, I was getting ready to say, you can't be too patient. Briscoe is right there now.
Time to go.
Interesting. Ryan Blaney, who's in a position where he's got to win a race, made the comment earlier. He said, if anybody is in front of me and I'm faster, I'm not waiting any time to move him out of the way.
When the racetrack gets clearer, Cindric pulls away just a tad.
Who is USAA made for? It's made for this guy.
Well, if Allgaier's going to win, he's got some fucking work to do. He's 5th right now.
We made it for all branches and all ranks, whether they served one tour or made a career of it. We also made USAA for military spouses and their kids. USAA is easy to work with and can save you money on auto, home, and renters insurance.
Need a lot of traffic, because I feel like on clean racetrack, Chastain can't get close enough to hit him hard enough. All I'm worried about is him hitting him and getting him the fuck out of the way, because he ain't going to be able to pass him otherwise. Oh, I didn't even mute the damn commercial. I'm so focused on the race. My bad. That'll be a copyright claim. I always mute the commercials, but this time I was just like watching the race intently. Come on, where's the next gaggle of lap cars? They're all spread out now. This is horse shit. You guys ever see the blooper reel for Step Brothers where Will Ferrell's like, this is bullshit, but I'm too polite to say anything. I didn't want 7. I said it 4 times. Uh, 20 to go. I'm losing hope now. I abandon all hope. Ye who enter here, we're going to come up short again of getting our money. Where's Amber Cope?
20 laps to go. There's the gap between
Hey, there was some lap traffic that
Austin
slowed him up a
Cindric,
little.
Ross Chastain.
Not enough, though.
Throw in a little Chase Briscoe running 3rd right now.
Briscoe keeps catching these lappers as they come off the corner. It's hurt him like 3 laps in a row.
Going to be his
in pretty much a comfortable lead. Slows up just a little bit because of the lap traffic that just passed. But Chastain, I think if he gets another shot at that rear bumper, he's going to hit him hard.
Well, I hope he gets another goddamn shot at it.
18 to go. We've seen how much lap traffic.
18 to go. 22 got loose. He missed the bottom of the track there. Every little bit helps.
Pushing hard. See, a lot more cleaner right there. Put up on lap car.
Boy, Chastain's digging as well.
Such a great shot. I'm surprised that bumper cam's hung with us all night long.
Well, the race isn't over.
And he might be using it here shortly. Listen in to Austin Cindric's.
Boy, they got the perfect camera for this. Right on Chastain's front bumper.
Uh-oh.
No power steering.
No power steering on Cindric.
That's going to be really difficult.
Ha! 15 laps, no power steering. Can you hold on?
It's going to be. He can pull this off. I'm gonna
He might have another steering problem here in a minute if Chastain gets to that bumper again.
These cars are so much harder to drive today without power steering than what we would have.
That's definitely hurting him. He's lost all his lead.
Won a race at Bristol, 1985, with no power steering. But those cars were different. They set the caster up.
Now Briscoe was on Chastain's bumper. God damn it. Fuck off, Briscoe.
How about Briscoe?
Fuck off.
He's going to get him off the bottom if he ain't careful.
Well, you wonder also, we've heard.
Motherfucker.
This is a good run. It's a really good run.
That's going to help
He'll say
Cindric.
he doesn't have power steering. Well, did all the other teams relay that information to these drivers?
And now he's lost ground to Cindric again because Briscoe was getting him loose.
Running numbers, they're not catching him.
If you could ever get to him and just put the bumper to him a little bit, Cindric would have a hard time maneuvering his car. Man, look at Briscoe.
Well, Briscoe's through to second.
Move the 10 out of the way. Now.
Well, not yet. He's about to be, though.
On that high line.
You fuckers are going to win Cindric the damn race.
Second spot.
Oh, Chastain doors Briscoe down the back.
Chastain up the racetrack. Briscoe goes by.
Take him out. Fuck it.
Worse than ever, Briscoe.
And Briscoe's through to second now. 10 to go.
Chastain's car is going away quickly.
Well, we're not getting any money.
Knocked all the letters off.
Those two.
9 to go. Cindric's got a half a second. No power steering, but Briscoe and Chastain dooring each other definitely helped him out.
Seemed to have a lot of speed in his car before that contact with Chastain.
This battle right here.
Can we get a caution?
Moving Algar out of the way.
Got the Alfredo in the 20.
Somebody make a caution. Hey, you, Gregson, make a caution. You're good at that.
His first ever Xfinity Series Bristol start.
Briscoe has cut that lead in half.
And Briscoe's going to be there. He is going to get there.
Look at the 22 fighting.
7 to go, and Briscoe is on the bumper of the 22.
7 laps to go for Briscoe.
Hope they both fuck up and Chastain passes both of them. That's my only hope at this point.
Go get it right there. You are
Mirror drive, Cindric. Cindric's got a mirror drive. Oh, there he goes up off the corner. Briscoe's under him. No contest here. Briscoe's got the lead. It's over. Well, that was anticlimactic. It would have been way better if Chastain caught him first.
Back into the winning ways that this team had been able to do as the 10 gets on the back.
5 to go. Can we get a caution?
22's going to move out of the way. Let Ross go through here. It's Ross.
5 to go.
Does Ross have the speed? 5 laps to go.
Cindric let him go. That was smart by Cindric.
Austin Cindric hanging on that long is impressive. I did not think he could do it as long as
4 to
he
go.
did.
What a terrible time to lose power steering. Like, are you
No
kidding?
power steering. You said it, Junior. It's not the same as it was when you didn't race with power steering. You can hardly turn the car.
Guys, we just saw Chase Briscoe get behind the 22. And
3 to go.
What he did,
He just moved him out of the way nicely.
because he told us he's not good at the bump and run. That's what he said. I can't do the bump and run at Bristol. But right there, he might have executed the perfect pass. He's out in front, under 3 laps to go. Ross Chastain behind him, but 0.8 of a second.
2 to go. God damn it. Blow a tire or something. I don't know.
That looks pretty good to me.
Yeah.
Coming up on the white flag.
1 to go. We're going to be 1 spot short.
The 6-time winner in 2020 made the comment early on he thought it would take 8 wins. He threw the number out to advance into the Cup Series. He said every race is an audition, Well, I think this is the best
And Chase Briscoe robs me of $9 and wins at Bristol. Ross Chastain second. Again.
These boys think we're going to give up after last week. They're wrong. Great job, buddy. Hell of a job.
Well,
Great job, Big Crew.
it was fun thinking I had a chance.
Where they said they were terrible.
Crew Chief Richard Boswell has his team believing in themselves.
Michael, I got to think about tomorrow night. I don't know who I'm picking. Got to think about it.
Into the playoffs with the best shot at the title.
It's interesting too, guys. We spoke to Chase this week and we asked him, "Are you concerned? You've not been running as well as we saw you early in the year," and he was like, "Yeah, not really. We've been trying some stuff. We're gonna be okay." And after those comments, he comes and wins this race. That's got to be a huge confidence boost.
Richard Boswell right there.
Well, damn it.
The driver himself.
Briscoe, you thief.
Celebrating in front of fans also. You've heard the driver say how much that means to him. A limited number of fans available, made available tickets to this weekend's racing. They were treated with a great one here.
And a special racetrack. This track has such great history, and there's not another track on the series like it. There's nothing shaped like this track, nothing that provides us with the same excitement.
What a bummer.
He's going to get to drive up that ramp onto the elevated victory lane. And
parks on top of a building.
So much fun. And you're going to do a burnout up there. You're going to. You see everybody else do it.
At least it was somebody I like. Because I actually like Briscoe. If that was Gregson, I'd have never streamed again after this.
Chase is such a great guy with a great attitude. Been through a lot.
You see the checkered flag stickers behind they call it the B post on the car there. He had the most coming into this race. He's going to add another one. 7 wins in 2020 for Chase Briscoe.
Also, guys, that ties him the playoffs.
Boy, what the fuck happened to Allgaier at the end of that deal?
Into these playoffs. That was a huge win.
Look at them disrespecting and taking a knee. How dare they? You see that American flag in the background? Disrespectful.
Austin Cindric is going to get 15 bonus points. 10 because Chase Briscoe finished
Don't worry, I'm not a boomer.
second in the regular season, but this win gives him those other 5 points.
All right, goddammit. Well, I hate to cut it short, but I got to rush off here because I got to figure out what the fuck I'm going to do for the next couple hours. So that was fun. Hopefully tomorrow night I make the right bet. I got to think about it. I'll see y'all tomorrow night.